Hi everyone, welcome to PrepFusion. So now we are going to see the GATE 2024 Aptitude PYQs solution. So PYQs from all the branches we are going to solve. Now just one thing I wanted to tell about this particular video is that, so these videos I recorded way back in 2024 when GATE examination was done. So 7 sets I already solved. One of the sets I did not solve at that time because of some reason, and since I did not solve that set at that time, that's why I did not upload it. So at that time answer key was not released. So in the video, you would see me saying that answer key is not released yet. So just ignore that part because answer key has been released for GATE 2024, and all the answers, all the solution that I have given, that is correct only. So in between, somewhere in the video, I will be saying that this answer key is not released yet. So that's why I am saying that. I am saying that because at that time answer key was not released when it was recorded. So I recorded it way back, but due to some reason I couldn't upload it. So now I am uploading it. So 7 sets has been already recorded, and one of the set I am recording now. So after doing the recording, after that I will upload it. So I guess it should be somewhat around 3.5 hours of video. So I hope you will enjoy it. So after that, all the PYQs would be done from 2018 to 2024. So from 2018 to 2023 we have already uploaded, and this will be 2024. And I would be expecting some comments from your side. Let's take up a target. For aptitude, we can take up a target of 160 likes. What do we say? 160 likes. Let's take a target of 160 likes. Okay. So I will be expecting 160 likes from your side. Yeah. And comments, you can, if you want to comment down, then you can comment down as well. GATE 2024 aptitude was decent enough only, but there was a lot of error from IITs. So sorry, there was a lot of error from ISC. So that was something pretty disappointing. So all these things we will talk about in this particular video. So let's start our set 1. Let's start solving the questions. So let's see this question. A cube is to be cut into 8 pieces of equal size and shape. Here each cut should be straight and it should not stop till it reaches the other end of the cube. The minimum number of such cuts required is. So there is a cube given. You need to make the cuts, right? And you need to have 8 equal pieces. So let's just assume this is our cube, and let's just see the first face, this face. Let's see this face. So from this, if I need 4 pieces, so what I will do, I will simply cut it like this. I'm just giving you an idea how we can approach. 4 pieces I will have, and the same 4 pieces I will have backward, right? So for that I need to make one more cut. So what I am saying, one cut like this, right? One cut like this and one cut like this. Are you able to imagine? 1, 2 and 3. 3 cuts and you will have 8 pieces. Answer is 3. Are you getting this point? 1, 2 and 3. In 3 cuts you will have 8 pieces. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 and 8. 8 pieces you will have, right? Let's move on to the next question. In the sequence, what will be the possible value of x? 6, 9, 14, x, 30, 41. 41. Here you can see the gap of 3, 5. Here the gap is 11. So prime numbers are there. 3, 5 and then the gap of 7 would be there. So 14 plus 7 will be 21. Let's move on to the next problem. You have to find the correct sequence. So in the option we can see Q is first coming and S is coming. If Q is coming, cannot happen, right? Q cannot be the first one. Why it can't be the first one? Because no first sentence can start from thus. Thus shows the conclusion, right? So it can't start from Q. So certainly it has to start from S. So many million ago, a breakaway chunk of bedrock from the Antarctic plate collided with the massive Eurasian plate. Then we have two chances, P and R. So we need to check P and R. P saying this 40th geological, whatever it is, 40th, whatever it is. So this 40th geological event generated something is written, and R is saying the natural process of cooling of this massive something is written. So what do you think? What should be the correct one? P should be the correct one, right? So this is the first one that we are sure. Between P and R we need to check. So the natural process of cooling of this something they are saying, right? So first you have to build something up. So this would be the second one, and this should be the third one, and then this would be the fourth one. So SPRQ. So this geological event generated something something, the natural process of cooling of this massive something something, and then thus the final conclusion. C should be the correct one, right? Let's see the next one. You have to find the value of x by y plus y by x. So here ln x plus y by 2, and here it is ln x into y to the power 1 by 2. This is given, right? So x plus y by 2 is equals to root xy. You can make it x plus y 2 root xy. You can take squares on both sides. It will be x plus y square equals to 4xy. So this would be x square plus y square plus 2xy is equals to 4xy. So it would be x square plus y square is equals to 2xy. So from here you can see x square plus y square by xy will be equals to 2. And what is this? X square plus y square by xy, that is x by y plus y by x. That will be equals to 2. Well and good. So x by y plus y by x is equals to 2. So answer would be 2. Let's move on to the next problem. So this was a good problem actually. In the 4 cross 4 array shown below, each cell of the first 3 rows has either a cross or a number. So this is the row, these are the row, and this is a cell, these are the cells. Okay, so there are total 16 cells. So these are the cells. Now the number in a cell represents the count of immediate neighboring cells. What do you mean by neighboring cell? Left, right, top, bottom, m diagonals as well. So represents the count of immediate neighboring cells not having a cross. So given that the last row has no crosses, the sum of the 4 numbers to be filled in the last row is. So what is this 1? 1 shows that its neighboring element. Its neighboring element is x, again x, and this 5. So it has 3 neighboring elements. Only one of them is a number and not x. It has 3 neighboring elements. Only one of them is a number and not x. So that means that's why 1 will be there, right? Now let's check for 4. 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Only 4 elements are there which are a number and not x. Let's check one last example. Let's check for this 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6, because they are the numbers as well. Because in the last line there is something written that given that the last row has no crosses, that means this all will be number. So these 3 and these 3, 6 digits are there. So that's why 6 is written. You can check for other numbers as well, right? Now let's check for this box. This box, what number should be there? 1, 2, because this is already an x, so 2 will be there. Let's check for this one. I should remove this. Let's check for here. Let's check for here. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 should be coming here, right? 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's check for this one. 1, 2, 3, right? The diagonals one are x only. So 3 should be coming here. Let's check for this one. 1 and 2 only, right? 2. So what is the addition? 2 plus 4 plus 3 plus 2. So 7 plus 2, 9 plus 2, 11. So answer is C. Well and good. Let's move on to the next problem. Two wizards tried to create a spell using all 4 elements: water, air, fire and earth. For this, they decide to mix all these elements in possible orders. They also decide to work independently. That means 2 wizards are there, they are working independently. In a separate room they are working. One wizard is in their room A, other one is in room B. So they are working independently. After trying all possible combination of elements, they conclude that the spell doesn't work. How many attempts does each wizard make before coming to the conclusion independently? Independently they are asking. So they are having 4 elements and they need to make they need to mix it up, right? They decided to mix all these elements in all possible orders. Yeah, okay. So what are the possible ways to mix them up? Four elements are there. So at first place, four can come. Any four: water, air, fire, and earth. Anyone can come. Let's assume earth is coming. So after that, if earth is coming, after that, water, air, fire, anyone can come, right? So here three possibilities, then two possibility, and then one possibility. So 24. That would be the correct answer. Now people will be confused between 24 and 12. Now they will say that one wizard would have tried 12 and the other one would have tried another 12. So 12, 12, 24. But they are saying they are working independently. So one wizard would have tried all 24, other one also would have tried all 24. So how many does each wizard make? So each wizard is making 24. Both of the combined is making 48. So 24 plus 24, 48 they are making, but each wizard they have asked, so answer would be 24 only, right? Let's move on to the next problem. If this arrow denotes the increasing order of intensity, then what should come? So walk, jog and sprint. Walk means walking slowly, jog means walking fastly, and sprint means walking too much fast. So what should be analogous to bothered? Bothered means pareshan, stressed about something, right? Or not happy about something, like pareshan type. And then daunted, I don't know the meaning, but that is similar to bothered only, but in a increasing intensity. So what should be the correct synonym only? This is, they are actually asking the synonym only, because like jog is not the synonym of walk, but it is related to walking only. Sprint is also related to walking only or running only, right? So they are nearly asking the synonym. Now bothered means we know kind of pareshan or stress about something. So phased cannot be there, right? Phrased cannot be there. Doesn't even make sense. Doesn't even make any sense, right? Now two words are left: fused and phased. Fuse, what do you mean by fused? Fused means to combine something, right? To combine something. So fused doesn't even make any sense. So fused should not be there. Fused, PrepFusion, right? So fusion cannot be there. So phased will be there. Let's move on to the next one. So here in this one, the pie chart depicts the share of various power generation technology in the total electricity generation of a country from the year this. The renewable sources of electricity generation consist of hydro, solar and wind. Assuming that the total electricity generated remains the same, what is the percentage increase in the share of renewable sources of electricity generation over the period? Okay, so the total generated electricity is the same only, and renewable resources contains hydro, solar and wind. So here hydro plus solar plus wind is 40. In 2007 it is hydro plus solar plus wind is 40, and in 2023 hydro plus solar plus wind is 65. Hydro plus solar plus wind is 65. What they are asking, what is the percentage increase? So in percentage increase is 65 minus 40 by 40. How do we find the increase? Let's assume I am having 10 rupees. Now I have 20 rupees now. So what is the increase? Increase is 100%. So 20 minus 10 by 10. So the increase is 100%. So I am having 100% more rupees than the previous one. So similarly, final minus initial upon initial. 65 minus 40 upon 40. So 15 by 40. That would become, wait a second, is there any mistake? 65, okay, and here hydro plus solar plus wind 40. Okay, this will be 25. Sorry for that. Yeah, so it would be 62.5%, right? Percentage we need to find, so 62.5%. A would be the correct one. Let's move on to the next problem. This was actually a fine problem, not I would say very good problem, but a fine problem. So a person sold two different items at the same price He made 10% profit in one item and 10% loss in the other item. In selling these two items, the person made a total of profit or loss. So basically, he sold two things at the same price. Let's assume he sold at 100 rupees. He sold here. He sold at 100 rupees. So total money he made. Total money he made. He sold two things at 100 rupees. So total money he made is 200 rupees. Now, in first one, he made a profit of 10%. That means if he purchased the first one in X rupees, then he sold it with 10% profit. That means he sold it in X into 1.1 100 rupees. That was the original price. Let's assume I am buying something in 200 rupees and I am saying I am selling it is with 10% profit. So I bought it in 200 rupees. I am selling it with 10% profit. So what I will do? 200 plus 200 into 10%, right? Or I can write it 200 into 1.10 by 100 would be 1 only. So 1 plus 0.1. 200 into 1.1. So similarly here, actually he bought it in X rupees, but he is selling it with 10% profit. So that would be 100 rupees. And actually the other thing he bought in Y rupees, but he is selling with 10% loss. That means 1 minus 10 by 100. So 1 minus 0.1, that would be 0.9. So he is selling it with 10% loss. That would also be equals to 100 because he is selling it all in 100 rupees only. So the original price here was 100 by 1.1. That means less than 100. And here the original price was 100 by 0.9. So actually he bought all this in this much of price, 100 by 1.1 plus 100 by 0.9. See, so he bought all those stuffs in this much of rupees, and if you add those up, you can do it in calculator. So you will get 202, and he sold all those in 200 rupees. So he sold all those in 200 rupees. Sold. This was bought. This was sold. So tell me, what was the profit? Profit or loss? What was the thing? Loss, right? Because he bought in 202 rupees but sold in 200 rupees. So that was the loss. What was the loss? Final minus initial upon initial. Let's assume I am saying I bought something for 10 rupees but I sold it in 5 rupees. So how much loss I am having? 50%. 5 minus 10 by 10. So loss is 50%. Similarly, 202 minus 200 by 200. You don't need to mug up the formulas, but you can study it, right? So it would be actually 1%. 2 by 200 into 100. So it would be 1% loss. So answer would be D. So no mugging up the formula, only by taking simple examples you can get to the final answer. Let's move on to the next one. In an engineering college of 1000 students, 15 not 15 1500 likes neither their core branches nor other branches. So 1500 are those who don't like anything, core, non-core. They are MBA guys. The number of students who like their core branches is 1/4 of the number of students who like other branches. The number of students who like both core and other branches are 500. The number of students who like their core branches is. So basically, the number of students who likes core branches are X. Then the number of students who likes non-core branches will be 4X, right? Because the number of students who like their core branches is 1 by 4 of the number of students who like other branches. So these are the 1 by 4. So the number of students who like non-core branches would be 4X. Now the number of students who like both core and non-core, those who like both core and non-core, they will be 500. So the number of students who like their core branches will be. Now 10,000 minus 1,500. Those are the students who like core and non-core. At least they like core or non-core or both. But these are the space. Basically, these are core union non-core, right? Like let's assume this is our total space, and here core guys, non-core guys, or both, and here those who like none. So those who like none are 1,500. So 10,000 minus 1,500, that would be 8,500. So 8,500 is equals to core plus non-core plus minus all, right? So answer we will be getting is 5x is equals to 9,000. So x will be equals to 5 1 5, 5 8 40. So basically this will be our final answer. So there are 1,800 students who like core and who like only core. There will be 4 times of that. So core guys are 1,800, non-core guys will be 18 4 7200, and common are 500, right? So also you can check your answer like this. Okay, let's move on to the okay. So this set is completed. So let's see another set now. Let's solve this set now. So a student is supposed to multiply a positive number p with another positive number q, but instead the student divided p by q. If the percentage error in the student's answer is 80%, then what is the value of q? So the actual answer, what was the actual answer? Actual answer that was supposed to be pq, but errorful answer, I would say, errorful answer, that was p by q. He was supposed to multiply p and q, but he divided it. So that was error. Let's assume my answer was, actual answer was 50, but I am getting 25. So what is the error? 50%. Actual answer 50, but I am getting 25. Error is 50%. That would be 50 minus 25 by 50. So similarly, what will be the error? PQ minus PYQ upon PQ. And the error given is 80%. That means that would be equals to 0.8. Whenever you feel like that, I don't know what should be the formula, like how I should divide, how I should subtract. So always take an example. If my answer was 50, but I am getting 25, so how much is the error? 50%. So actual minus error upon actual. Actual minus errorful upon actual. So you don't need to mug up the formula, but you can take an example and then you can make your own formula there. So based on that, what you will get? 0.2 PQ will be equals to PYQ. So here Q square will be 5. So Q value will be root 5. Well and good. Let's move on to the next one. All heroes are winner. Basically, Venn diagram question, very straightforward. All heroes are winners. So that means these are heroes. So all heroes are winners. So these will be winners. Heroes, and these will be winners. And all winners are lucky people. All winners are lucky people. So they will be lucky people. So all lucky people are hero? No. These lucky people are not hero. So this is wrong. Some lucky people are hero? Yeah, some lucky people are hero. Certainly this is. Some winners are heroes. Some winners are heroes. Yeah, this is also correct. So in this Venn diagram, you can certainly see. So option 2 and 3 are correct. Let's move on to the next problem. So this denotes the increasing intensity. So you need to tell what should be coming here. Now, if these kind of question comes in your examination, I don't think you would know the meaning of dether or bog, or this beaker. I don't think you know the meaning of this. Dodge means to avoid something. But there are 3 words of what we don't know the meaning of. right? There are three words what we don't know the meaning of. So I would have, if I had been the student, I would have simply dropped this question because there is no idea. So if you are going for guess, you could have gone, but here drizzle, rain, downpour. So बारिश, like हल्की बारिश, mild rain, then downpour, excess rain, right? So similarly, here what would happen? Call means to fight, and so bigger is the correct answer. Bigger means fight only, but in a lesser manner. So bigger is the correct answer. Let's move on to the next problem. Here, mortality risk of this cardiovascular disease. So there is a disease. So risk of disease is decreasing with respect to the number of steps you are walking per day. Like if you are walking 0 steps per day, the risk factor is 1. If you are walking 5,000 steps per day, the risk factor is below 0.5, because this will be 0.5, right? Middle one would be 0.5, so it will be below 0.5. If you are walking 10,000 steps per day, it will be below 0.2. 15,000 this much, and then 20,000 very reducing. So what option is correct? For any 5,000 increment in steps per day, the largest risk reduction occurs on going from 0 to 5,000. Yeah, this is correct only. What they are saying, if you are walking from 0 to 500, sorry, 0 to 5,000, not 500. If you are walking from 0 to 5,000, your risk would decrease by this much of amount, from 1 to 0.45. That means it is decreasing by 0.55. If you are walking from 0 to 5,000 steps per day, if you are walking from 0 to 5,000 steps per day, it will decrease by 0.55 factor. In other words, in other 5,000 steps, like if you are walking from 5,000 to 10,000, so how much it will decrease? It will decrease from 0.45 to nearly 0.2. So it will decrease nearly 0.26, you can say. Nearly 0.26 only it will decrease. And if you are walking from 10,000 to 15,000, it will decrease more lesser. And if you are walking from 15,000 to 20,000, it will decrease lesser, right? Here, and from here to here, this much it is decreasing. So in the first option, they are saying for any 5,000 increments in steps per day, the largest risk reduction occurs on going from 0 to 5,000 only. Yeah, that's right. So option A is correct. The risk reduction on increasing the steps per day from 0 to 1,000 is less than the risk reduction on increasing steps per day from 10,000 to 20,000. From 10,000 to 20,000, you are nearly reducing only 0.2. But from 0 to 1,000, you are reducing 1 to 0.2. That means 0.8 you are reducing. So here you can see the option B is incorrect. So like that you can check other options. So all will be wrong. So only option A is correct. Let's move on to the next one. You have to tell if you are seeing from the Y perspective how it would look. So this you will see, and this also you will see, and in that a small square you will see. Basically, are you getting this point or not? What you will see, this rectangle you will see, then one more square you will see, but not the complete square. In that square itself you will see one more square. So this structure is correct. C answer is correct. Just try to visualize what you will see. C answer is correct. Let's move on to the next problem. The sum of first 20 consecutive positive odd number is divided by 20 square. The result is, so 20 consecutive odd number. So 1 plus 3 plus 5 plus and so on, it will go on. So what will be the sum? N by 2. N will be 20. 20 terms will be there. So n by 2, 2a plus n minus 1 into d. D will be 2. So 20 by 2 into 40. Yeah, 40. So answer would be 20 square. Now it should be divided by 20 square. S should be divided by 20 square. So what you will get? 20 square divided by 20 square. 1. That's it. Answer will be D. Let's move on to the next problem.
Yoko Roy stands out as an author for standing down as an honorary fellow after she stood by her writings that stand for the freedom of speech. So I'm pretty sure in 3 and 4 that I'm pretty sure by and 4 stood by her writings. I'm standing by my point of view. I'm standing by I'm standing by my batchmate. I'm standing by my teacher. I'm standing by my colleague. So that stand by to support someone. And then stand for. My teaching stand for GATE education. Her writing stood for freedom of speech. So 3 and 4 I am pretty sure, and in 1 and 2 also this option would be correct. So Yoko Roy stands out as an author. Stands out means standing out. Like Virat Kohli stands out as a batsman. Like he is a very good batsman. So if we are talking about a group of batsmen, then Virat Kohli is the finest batsman in that group. So there you will use the term stand out. So Yoko Roy stands out as an author for standing down as an honorary fellow. So standing down. So option A is correct. Visualize a cube that is held with one of the four body diagonals aligned to the vertical axis. Rotate the cube about the axis such that its view remains unchanged. The magnitude of the minimum angle of rotation is. So this question, when this question came into the like gate industry, or you can say when this was released, everyone gave only one answer, 90 degree. You can watch their solution video. Everyone was giving 90-degree answer. Later on, I solved the question immediately when I saw, and I gave the answer 120 degree. Still, no one agreed, and then I simulated it. So, if you want to see the simulation, you can see that. Otherwise, I will explain it. So, how to solve these kind of problems, these kind of 3D problems? So, what they are saying, there is a cube you are having. This is a cube. And they are talking about body diagonal. What will be the body diagonal? This will be the body diagonal. This is a body diagonal. I think I should use a different color of pen. It's not a perfect structure, but you can see this will be the body diagonal. Now you have to rotate it in a way that the structure remains the same. They are saying that its view remains the same. So how to solve these kind of problems? Just keep your eyes here. Keep your eyes here. If you look from here, what you will see? You will see three lines, 1, 2 and 3. If you look from here, try to visualize. If you look from here, you will see three lines and you just need to rotate. How much will you rotate? There is one point. I see three lines. Now I need to rotate. How much do I need to rotate? 120 degree. Now people will say, sir, there is 90-degree angle. So if I rotate by 90 degree, it should have moved. But you have to imagine in 3D, the axis is going out in 3D. What is the axis? That is main diagonal, not the face diagonal. If the question was this, we are talking about face diagonal. If we were talking about face diagonal, your 90-degree answer would have been correct. But they are talking about the body diagonal. How I will explain? Do I have a cube? Can you consider this as a cube? No. Wait a second. I need to find a cube. Yeah, so let's see this one. You can consider this as a cube, although this is a cuboid. You can consider this as a cube. So what will be my body diagonal? My body diagonal will be, I am holding it from this end and then this end. This end and then this end. Quite opposite. This will be my body diagonal. This end and then this one. Body diagonal. Now my axis will be going from here, from downward to going out from here. This end and the lower end here. This lower end. Sorry, not this lower end, this one. This one. I hope you are able to imagine. They are exactly opposite. and from there it is going. Now I have to think what I will see. This line and this line. Only 3 lines I will see. In the axis of the line, if I place my eyes here, I will see only 3 lines. Now I have to rotate it. So this is how I will rotate by 120 degree and I will get the same structure. Are you getting this point? There is a 3D simulation available as well. I will put the link in the description or in the comment section. If I forget to put the link, you can ask me for the link. So I will certainly put and you can see from there. So this is what they actually asked. And they said that it is aligned to vertical axis. This is just to confuse you. Even if it is not aligned to vertical axis, anywhere it is aligned, answer would be 120 only. Because you need to see the same view. So with respect to any axis, x axis, y axis, z axis, or somewhere in between, doesn't even matter. You need to see the same view. So if you rotate by 120 degree, you will get the same view. So answer would be 120. I'm pretty sure, and this would be correct only. I hope you have understood. I need to see from, I will place my eye on the axis. So there I will see 3 lines, and 3 lines will make 120 degree, 120 degree, 120 degree. I am seeing it in 3D, not in 2D. In 2D, they are making 90 degree angle. In 2D, they are making 90 degree angle, but in 3D, they will make 120 degree. Let's move on to the next problem. So here, you need to find the ratio of occupied space to the empty space of the container. You can read the question. There is a cylindrical, there are 7 cylindrical chopsticks and they are fit in a cylindrical container. So you need to find the occupied space to the empty space. Actually, you need to compare the volumes. So what is the occupied volume? Tell me. This radius is R. So what will be the occupied volume? Occupied volume. That would be, what is the volume of one cylinder? Pi R square H into 7. That would be the occupied. What will be the total volume of the container? Total volume of container. If this radius is R, how much this radius will be? This is the radius of the container, right? This much radius is R. So how much radius this will be? This will be 3R. So the total volume of a container would be pi R square H. That would be 9 pi R square H. This is the total volume. This is the occupied one. Now what will be the empty one? Empty volume would be 9 pi R square H minus 7 pi R square H. That would be 2 pi R square H. This is the empty volume. So what they are asking? Ratio of occupied to empty. Occupied by empty. What is occupied? That is 7 pi R square H. What is empty? That is 2 pi R square H. Ratio would be 7 by 2. Answer is A. 7 chokes, 1 cylinder. All 7 chokes are fit. They will consume 7 pi R square H. The complete cylinder will consume 9 pi R square H. So empty space is 2 pi R square H. So occupied by empty. 7 pi R square H by 2 pi R square H. 7 by 2. Let's move on to next one. The ratio of number of girls to boys in class 8 is same as the ratio to the number of boys to girls in class 9. So girls by boys in class 8th is equals to boys by girls in class 9th. This is what they are saying. The total number of students, boys and girls, in class 8 and 9 is 450 and 360. The total number of students, boys and girls. So in this one, let's assume G1 plus B1 is 450 and G2 plus B2 is 360. This is what they are saying. If the number of girls in class 8 and 9 is the same, the number of girls are same, then the number of girls in each class is okay. So let's assume the number of girls in class 8 is X. So how many boys will be there? Because total students are 450. So boys will be there 450 minus x. And if x girls are there in class 8, that means x number of girls will be there in class 9 as well. And total students are 360. So how many boys will be there? 360 minus x. Girls are x, here also x. Total students are 450, that means boys will be 450 minus x. Here total students are 360, so boys will be 360 minus x. Now you just need to solve the equation. So from here you will get the value of x, and as far as I remember it will be 200. Let me check as well. 200 by 250, that should be equals to 160 by 200. Is that the same? Yeah. So x would be 200. Just after solving this equation, that is very simple. You will get x value to be 200. So x value is, what is the x value? X value we consider the number of girls. So answer would be D. Let girls are x. So from there we got to know the answer will be D. Let's move on to the next set. If this denotes the increasing intensity, then what should be analogous? Talk, shout, scream. Talk means talking lightly. Shout, चिल्लाना. Scream, और जोर से चिल्लाना. So this is the increasing intensity. Flatter dash pander. I haven't heard this word. Fitter. I haven't heard this word. Frizzle. I have heard this word Flutter, but most of you might not have heard this word. Flutter is a word. It is also a programming language, so that's why I have heard this word. But if you haven't heard, no worry, because we have heard this word flatter. I am flattered with your compliment. You must have heard it, right? I am flattered with your compliment. So yeah, that would be the correct answer only. Please, flatter, pander. Please means to make someone happy. So flattered is the same sense. So flatter would come there. Right? I'm just telling you I could have simply told you what should be the final answer, but I'm telling you the approach here, how you would have approached it in the examination. So let's move on to the next problem. Let's take it downward. The assembly shown below has 3 teeth circular objects and 2 teeth flat objects, which are perfectly mating with each other. Pinions can only rotate clockwise or anti-clockwise, staying at its own center. They are calling these ones as pinions. I'm not sure, but let's check. These are the pinions only. At its own center. Rex can translate towards left and or right direction. These they are calling rex. Now what they are saying, object A is translating towards right, then the correct option would be what? Okay. So if this is going towards right, what will happen? It will give the force to this one in this direction, object P in this direction, that is anti-clockwise. This is a ball. If I am giving some force in this direction, this is the ball. If I am giving some force in this direction, that means it will rotate like this anti-clockwise. From here it will be more visible. If I am giving force in this direction, it will rotate like this. So force here, it will rotate otherwise. So I am giving the force in this direction, it will rotate like this. Now this will give the force to this one in this direction. It will rotate clockwise. Circular to circular. This is, try to visualize. It is going and it will give force to the lower circular one in this direction, so it will rotate clockwise. Now this clockwise is going and it will give force to it. Clockwise is going and it will give force to it in this direction, anti-clockwise. Now this is anti-clockwise is going and it will give force to it in this direction. Are you able to imagine? Going like that, circular goes in this direction. If it is going in this direction, the other one is also circular, going in this direction, so the lower circular will rotate in this direction. Now this lower circular is going in this direction, so lower one is also circular, so it will rotate in this direction, anti-clockwise. Now if it is going in anti-clockwise direction and it is placed somewhere here, so it will give force to move in this direction only, so it will be left. So B object should be moving towards left. Object Q should be moving in anti-clockwise direction. object Q is moving in clockwise direction. So this is wrong, and R should be moving in anti-clockwise direction. R is moving in, oh wait a minute, object R rotates in the anti-clockwise direction. Sorry. This is actually clockwise. Really sorry for that. These are clockwise. This is anti-clockwise. I'm really sorry for this mistake. So clockwise, anti-clockwise, I might have wasted your time. I'm really sorry for that. Clockwise, anti-clockwise, and then clockwise. Just naming I wrote wrong. I'm sorry for that. So Q should rotate in clockwise direction. This is wrong. This is rotating anti-clockwise direction, and R should rotate in anti-clockwise direction, but it is rotating in clockwise direction. So this is also wrong. So only option left is B, translate towards left direction. So this is the correct one. Here this question will be MTA. Till now answer key I haven't released yet, but if you guys are watching after gate 2024, so I'm pretty sure this will be MTA. Why it will be MTA? Let's solve it. So CD is 5 centimeter here. This is 5 centimeter, and BE is BE. This is 10 centimeter. This angle is 90 degree given. This angle is also 90 degree given, and they are saying they told about two angles. DAB is equals to DCB. This angle and this angle is equal. That means these two sides will also be equal. 5 centimeter. This side will also be 5 centimeter. Although they have given that AFCD is a rhombus, so directly we can say it will be 5 centimeter only. 5 centimeter, 5 centimeter. This is 10 centimeter. Well and good. Okay. So let's check now. We have to find the value of BF. BF we need to find. This value we need to find. What else they have given? They have given this value as well, that is 12. So what they actually did, and how most of you students must have done in the examination. So this is 12, this is 10. So this is 12 and this angle is 90 degree. This angle is 90 degree. So this is making a right angle triangle. A, not A, I should not start from A. DAE, DAE. That is a right angle triangle. Right angle triangle. So DA is a right angle triangle. So what will be DE value? DE value we can check from here. 12 square plus 5 square under root. That would be 13. 12 square plus 5 square. That would be 13 centimeter. So this complete one is 13 centimeter. Now if the complete one is 13 centimeter, that means this will be 3 centimeter. That means DB will be 3 centimeter and DB is same as BF. So answer would be 3 centimeter. You must have marked on this, but it will be MTA. Now why I am saying so? This is how ISC people have thought that answer should be 3 centimeter and it should be correct. But what is something they did wrong here? Let's check that. This is also a right angle triangle, right? ABE. ABE. If you can see, ABE. ABE is also a right angle triangle. So now because of that, what will be your AB? AB will be 12 square minus 10 square. 12 square minus 10 square. AB will be 12 square minus 10 square. That would be root 44. AB will be root 44. Now what is your AF? AF. That is 5 centimeter for sure. If this is 5, this is 5, this is a rhombus. So this will be 5 as well. This will be 5 as well. So AF is 5 centimeter. So if you see this triangle, AB is root 44 and AF is 5 centimeter and this is 90 degree. Is that possible? Hypotenuse is more than base. Oh, sorry. Hypotenuse is certainly more than base, but here base is more than hypotenuse. Is that possible? This is the base that is being more than the hypotenuse. It's not possible, right? This is wrong. So it will be MTA. Should be MTA. Marks 2. This is not the correct answer. It should be MTA. Let's move on to the next problem. A shopkeeper buys shirts from a producer and sells them at a profit of 20%. So he buys it at X rupees. Let's assume he buys all the shirts at X rupees. Then he sells them at a profit of 20%. Let's assume he bought at 100 rupees, so he would sell it at 120 rupees. So this is how he bought. Now he is selling at 1.2x. Selling at 1.2x. Now what they are saying, a customer has to pay 3,186 rupees including 18% taxes per shirt. So this is the selling price. He is saying that I am giving you the t-shirt in 1.2x rupees, but there is 18% tax that you need to pay. So I am giving you the shirt in 1.2x rupees, but there is 18% tax. So you have to pay 18% extra. 100 rupees, 18% tax. That means 100 plus 100 into 18 by 100. Basically 100, 1 plus 0.18. This is what I did here. So 1.2x into 1.18. So the thing is of 1.2x only, but you have to give 18% more. 1.2x into 1.18. This much amount you need to give, and that amount is equals to 3186. So from here I will get the value of x. 1.2 into 1.18, it will come here, and x value I will get, that would be 2250. So basically he bought the shirts, he bought one shirt in 2250, then he was selling it with 20% profit. That means 2250 into 1.2, whatever it will be. He was selling it in this much price, but now the customer has to pay 18% tax as well. So the final price would be 3186. Let's move on to the next problem. The graph is given. This is graph is given. Considering the data presented in the graph, which one of the following is correct? So the graph is given for Gen X and millennials and fuel consumption. Millennials. The percentage increase in fuel consumption from 2010 to 15. 10 to 15, they are talking about fuel consumption only. So 10 to 15, this much increased. And 10 to 15. 10 to 15, very less increased. And 15 to 20, this much increased. So the increase from 2015 to 2020 is more. So what they are saying, the percentage increase in fuel consumption from 10 to 15 is more than the percentage increase in fuel consumption from 15 to 20. That is wrong. 10 to 15 is less. 15 to 20 is more. The decrease in number of Gen X car buyer. Gen X is blue one. Gen X car buyer from 2015 to 2020. 2015 to 2020. The decrease in Gen X car buyer. So the decrease is something like this. This is the decrease. Is more than the increase in the number of millennial car buyer from 2010 to 2015. Millennials. Where are millennials? This. The increase is very much more. This is the increase, and this is the decrease. So the decrease is very less. So what they are saying, the decrease in the number is more. No, the decrease in number is not more. It is less. So this is also wrong. Let's check for option. Last option now, not last option, second last option. The increase in the number of car buyers from 2010 to 15. Millennial from 10 to 15. What is the increase? This much is the increase. This much is the increase. Is more than the decrease in the number of Gen X car buyers from 10 to 15. From 10 to 15. 10 to 15. The decrease is very less. This much is the decrease. So the decrease is less, increase is more. So increase is more. Increase is more. Yeah, that's correct. Option C is correct. That's how we need to check these questions. We don't need to write too much. Just see the graph. This much of amount or this much of amount, by that you will be able to answer. So option C is correct. Let's move on to the next problem. The decimal number. Now if someone is from electrical, EC or instrumentation, he will be able to solve this question very quickly. But how will the other branches student will solve? Even CS guy will be able to solve it, but how will the other branches students will solve? They have to check from the options, because in all these branches, all these in circuit branches, we study digital electronics. So for those guys, this is a very basic question, but for other guys, they need to check the options. So what they are actually saying, there are two number system defined, octal and decimal. That is the general one we use. So they are saying that we are going from decimal to octal. So the number is 12 in decimal. What do you mean by number 12 in decimal? What is this? Ones place. Then there will be 10th place. Then if I had written 212, what you would do? Not 212. That's better, right? 312. So what you would have done? At ones place 2. At 10th place you will get 1. And at 100th place you will get 3. So 300 plus 10 plus 2, 312. Now in the similar manner, this is 12 is different. Now in octal, what they are doing, they are defining 14 in octal. So what they are doing at first place, not at first place, I should not say first place, at ones place, 1. Then at tens place, at ones place it is actually 8 to the power 0. Here it was 10 to the power 0. Here it is 8 to the power 0. At it, I won't call it tens place. I will call it 8 to the power 1's place. The next number, whatever the number would have, it will be 8 to the power 2's place. Then 8 to the power 3's place. Similarly, in decimal, what happens? 10 to the power 0's place, then 10 to the power 1's place, 10 to the power 2, 10 to the power 3. The same thing happens. Here, the same thing is happening with 8 power. 8 to the power 0, 8 to the power 1, 8 to the power 2. Now, if you solve this one, 4 into 8 to the power 0, 4 only, plus 8. 4 plus 8 in decimal is 12. So 14 in octal is equivalent to 12 in decimal. Are you able to understand? This is what they mean by conversion. Now the question given is 108 in decimal will be equals to what in octal number? So 108 in decimal, 108 in decimal, 108 in decimal, you have to convert it to octal. So there is one simple way. From decimal to octal I need to convert. So what I will do, 108 I will write here, and octal means 8. So I will write 8 here. So now I will just divide 108 divided by 8. So what I will get, 8 1 is 8, 8 3 is 24. So what is the remainder I am getting? That is 4. Now again I will divide by 8. 8 1 is 8. What is the remainder I am getting? 5. Here I am finding the value I am getting. Here I am writing the remainder. Here also I am writing the value I am getting. Here I am writing the remainder. This is the remainder. Now this is the final step. After you can't divide more by 8. Now start writing from here. Start writing from downward to go upward. So 154 in octal. That will be my answer. So answer would be A. But a lot of you guys who are not from circuital branch, they don't know what does this mean. So how will you solve it? So what you will do, you will check the options. So let's check option one by one. 154. You need to convert it in, you are going from octal to decimal. This is what you are going. Octal to decimal now you are going. So just convert it. 4 into 8 to the power 0 plus 5 into 8 to the power 1 plus 1 into 8 to the power 2. 4 plus 40 plus 64. What it will give you? 6 4 10 108. Is that the same one? Yeah, this is the same one. So answer would be A. So other branches student would have solved it like this, but if you are from electrical and EC, it would be a cakewalk for you. You would have solved it very, very quickly. But I need to make this video for all the branch students. So this is how you would have solved it. So you don't need to worry that they have asked electrical core question here or EC core question here. This is not a core question. This is simple aptitude. Let's move on to the next question. Following a row with the shopkeepers over the price of a frying pan, the cook stood in a row to withdraw cash at the ATM booth. In a row at 3 and 4 in at. So this should be the final answer B. Let's check once again. Following a row with the shopkeeper over the price of a frying pan, the cook stood in a row to withdraw cash at the ATM booth. So standing in a row, we know standing in a row, we are standing in a row, line में खड़े हैं, very simple meaning. Withdraw cash at, कहीं से cash निकालना, so ATM booth, at ATM booth, and following a row with the shopkeepers. So there is a row of shopkeepers and following a row with the shopkeeper over the price of frying pan. So option B should be correct. Then this question is there. So there is a room given to two students P and Q, and there are some conditions that P is a avid bird watcher and wants to sit as the at the table and watch birds outside the window. So he needs table near the window. So table should be near the window. Table should be near the window. So here as well table is near the window. Here as well table is near the window. Q does not mind that as long as his bed is close to the ceiling fan. So Q's bed should be close to the ceiling fan. Here it is far away. This is wrong. Q's bed should be near to the ceiling fan. Yeah, this is correct. So which of the following arrangement suits them the most? So this one will suit them the most. Other two options I did not show here, but they would also not suit them. So this would be the correct answer. B is the correct answer. Let's move on to the next one. This was actually a good question. A surveyor has to measure the horizontal distance from her position to a distance reference C. Using her position as the center, a 200-meter horizontal line segment is drawn with two endpoints A and B. Points A, B, C are not collinear. Each of the angles these are measured as the distance of the reference point C from her position is nearest to. Okay, so let's assume this was her standing here. The point is O, where she was standing. Now she has to measure the horizontal distance from her position to a distant reference point C. Horizontal distance. They are talking about horizontal distance, so this distance I will be taking, but it doesn't really matter. So they are talking about horizontal distance, so this distance I am taking. This distance is 200 meter, right? No, this is not 200 meter. Now they are saying that a 200 meter horizontal line segment is drawn with 2 points A and B. Now A, B, C are not collinear. If I make A, B, C here, A and B here, they will be collinear. Now there is a horizontal line segment, but that has to be in this direction only, because A, B, C are not collinear. Horizontal line segment means all will be in one point only, all will be in one line only. So this will be the line segment with O as a center. With O as a center, 200 meter line segment with O as a center. So this distance will be 100 meter. This distance should be 100 meter. O as a center. Now angle CAB and CBA. CAB, this angle CAB, that is 87.8, and CBA is also 87.8. Both angles are same, 87.8. This is 87.8. This angle is also 87.8. Both are congruent triangle only. Why it is congruent? This is not a important point for you, but just telling you why it is congruent, because two lines same, this angle is same, this 90-degree angle is also same. So it is a congruent triangle. Both are congruent triangle, but this will not help you to solve this problem. So the distance in meter of the reference point C from her position is nearest to. So this distance you need to find, x. So what will be my x? Tan 87.8 degree, x by 100. Right, from here if you see triangle AOC, if you see, so tan 87.8 degree, that would be equals to x by 100. So x value you need to find. Let's check from the calculator. Yeah, so after solving from calculator we get 2603. Option C is correct. Let's move on to the next problem. You have to find the ratio of x square minus y square upon x square plus y square. That is actually a very simple problem. X by y is given. that is a plus 1 upon a minus 1. So simply the ratio is given, so you can assume x value to be a plus 1 and y value to be a minus 1 because the ratio is already given. You need to find the value of x square minus y square upon x square plus y square. That would be a plus 1 whole square minus a minus 1 whole square divided by a plus 1 whole square plus a minus 1 whole square. If you solve it, it will be a square plus 1 plus 2a minus a square minus 1 minus 2a upon, okay, minus sign a square minus 1 plus 2a it will be upon a square plus 1 plus 2a plus a square plus 1 minus 2a. So 2 into 2a upon 2 into a square plus 1. Answer would be 2a upon a square plus 1. So the ratio would be 2a ratio a square plus 1. 2a ratio a square plus 1. B will be the correct answer. So we are done with this set as well. We will solve the next set now. Okay.
Yeah, so let's start the solution of this set. So here what they are saying, this arrow is denoting the increasing order of intensity. That means smile, giggle, laugh. Smile means just smiling like this. Giggle means like smiling between the friends, and laugh means like laughing loudly. So if this arrow is showing that the intensity is being increased, so that is analogous to what? Here you can kind of say that a smile is a synonym of giggle, is synonym of laugh, right? Smile is kind of synonym, like all are giving the same senses only. So here the kind of synonym they are asking. They are asking the synonym of disapprove. Kind of synonym only they are asking. So you know what is disapprove? Disapprove means like my father disapproved my trip to Goa, right? This is the meaning of disapprove. So disapprove is the word that we have seen. So certainly praise cannot come and certainly grieve cannot come. Grieve means sadness and praise means you already know, praising someone, right? As you are praising our content. So praise and grieve, that wouldn't come. Now in the examination, I wouldn't be knowing the meaning of reprove and I wouldn't be knowing the meaning of reprise. So in the examination now I have to take a guess, right? In the examination, I don't think, like most of the guys would be knowing the meaning of praise and grieve, but I don't think many of the guys would be knowing the meaning of reprove and reprise. So either I would drop it or I will take a guess in the examination. But what is the actual answer? Actual answer is reprove. Reprove means disapprove only. To say something, to saying, sorry, saying no to something. That is means that is what we mean by reprove. Reprise means repeating something. So that doesn't make any sense. Disapprove and repeat doesn't make any sense. They are not a synonym at all. So this will also be wrong. But in the examination, I will be confused between these two parts. So either I will have to take a guess or I will drop it, right? So this is how I will be dealing this question in the examination. Let's move to the next one. Find the odd one out. So you can see this is prime number, prime number, prime number, prime number, prime number, prime number, prime number. So this number is not prime because 27 is divisible by 21 is divisible by 7 as well, and it is divisible by 3 as well. So when you don't find any relation, like it feels like that, like there is I'm not getting any sequence or I'm not getting any series. So if you are not getting any sequence or series, then directly see whether it is prime or not prime. So this number is not prime. So that's why answer is 21. That's it. Okay. What about this? That which number should be changed in this Fibonacci series? Now you should not be tensed that, sir, I don't know what is Fibonacci series. If you don't know Fibonacci series, then also you will be able to solve. Just you need to see the pattern. What is happening here? First number is 1. The next number is 1. So here there is no number. So 1 is coming as it is. Now 1 plus 1 is 2. Now 1 plus 2 is 3. Now 2 plus 3 is 5. 5 plus 3 is 8. 8 plus 5 is 13. 13 plus 8 is 21. In that manner we are going. So which number is not correct? 6. So even if I don't know what is Fibonacci series, still by applying my logic here, still by applying my common sense here, I will be able to understand this. But as an GATE aspirant, you should know what is Fibonacci series, because from Fibonacci series previously as well the question has been asked. Okay, not in just GATE 2024, in previous year as well you will see the PYQs of previous year. There you will see that they have asked some question on Fibonacci series. So what is Fibonacci series? Just the addition of previous two number. Here 1 there is nothing, so 1 is directly coming. Now 1 plus 1 2, 2 plus 1 3, 3 plus 2 5. So addition of previous two number. This is how your Fibonacci series goes. And in basic C language we study Fibonacci series as well, in C language only, right? Now xyz variable and the real constant PQ are given. Given that denominators are non-zero, find the value of Px plus Qy plus R. These kind of questions has been asked a lot of time. So if the ratio is equal, then you can equate this ratio to anyone. You can equate this ratio to any number k. But why should we equate it to k? I will equate it to a real number, no? Why should I equate it to k? I can equate it to anything. So any real number I can equate it to. So I will equate it to 1 only. Why I should bring another variable into action? So I'm not bringing any other variable into action. So I'm equating it to 1. So now what I can see? X divided by PQ by R square is equals to 1. That means from here, what is my X? PQ minus R square. Similarly, what will be my Y? QR minus P square. And similarly, what will be my Z? RP minus Q square. Now what I need to find? Px plus Qy plus Rz. Px plus Qy plus Rz. So what is X? PQ minus R square. Plus Q. What is Y? QR minus P square. Plus R. What is Z? RP minus Q square. So what we are getting? P square Q minus PR square plus Q square R minus P square Q plus R square P minus RQ square. So RQ square is going PR square is going P square Q and P square Q is going. So what is left? 0. So what is the answer? 0. So these are very straightforward questions. These questions should be solved. Yeah, this is a decent question. What they are asking this one? Two long dices are given, each having 4 rectangular faces labeled as 1, 2, 3. Labeled as 2, 3, 5, 7. If thrown, the long dice cannot land on square faces. So basically, there is a dice. It is having 4 rectangular faces. It is having 4 rectangular faces. So let's try making it. So there are 4 rectangular faces. That means there would be 2 square faces. Say yes or no. They have mentioned about 4 rectangular faces. So certainly there would have been 2 square faces. So if I try making this dice, then this is how it will look like. Tough to make it on screen. Yeah. So now you are able to visualize it. Like this is square box, this is also square, this is also, sorry, this is rectangular, this is also rectangular, this is also rectangular, and the previous one is also rectangular. Only this phase is square and this phase is also square. Although it is looking like rectangular only, but there are 2 square faces and 4 rectangular faces, right? And what they are saying, labeled as 2, 3, 5, 7, that doesn't matter as of now. The long dice cannot land on the square faces. So if I am throwing the dice, then it will never land on the square faces. It will land only on rectangular faces, and has 1/4 probability of landing on any of 4 rectangular faces. So you are having 4 chances, 2, 3, 5, 7, and probability of getting any chances is 1/4. For this one as well, for this one as well, for this one as well, for this one as well. What does that mean? That they are equiprobable event. This is what they want to say by this statement. That they are equiprobable event, because if you throw the dice, then you can only get 2, 3, 5, 7. Now sir, what about these 2 faces? Those square faces? Those square faces will never come, because they have seen that, they have written that the long dice cannot land on square faces. So square faces will not come. So if I throw the dice, I can get only 2, 3, 5, 7. I cannot get the square faces. That means rest 2 cases I will not take into action. So all the events are equiprobable, right? This is what they want to say by this statement. Now the label on the top faces of the dice is the score of the throw. Basically, if I throw the dice, then whatever that I am getting upward, let's just say I throw the dice, this is my dice. Let's just say I have thrown the dice. So whatever the number that I am getting here, that will be my score of dice. Whatever the number that I am getting here, that will be my score of dice. This is what they are saying. Now what they are asking, if thrown together, two dice we are throwing, if thrown together, then what is the probability of getting the sum on the long dice, on the two long dice scores greater than 11? So sum should be greater than 11. So what all are the number? 2, 3, 5, 7. So what all are the possibility that you can get? On first slide you can get 2, 2. Then on first slide, on first dice I am getting 2, 2, and second on I am getting 2 as well. First 2, second, third, then 2, 5, and then 2, 7. Similarly, on first I am getting 3, then in that manner 3, 3, 3, 5, and 3, 7. So similarly, 4 plus 4 plus 4 plus 4. So total 16 chances are there. And what do I need? I need sum to be greater than 11. So with 2, I am never getting more than 9. With 3, I am never getting more than 10. Because 3 plus 7, maximum I can get 10. Here 3 plus 2, 5. 3 plus 3, 6. 3 plus 5, 8. 3 plus 7, 10. So maximum I am getting 10. With 5, 5 plus 2, no. 5 plus 8, no. 5 plus 7, yes. So one of the event is 5, 7. With 7, 7 plus 2, 9. 7 plus 3, 7 plus 3 is 10. This is also not our desirable case. 7 plus 5, yes. And 7 plus 7 as well. So 3 cases are there. Right? 5, 7, 7, 5, and 7, 7 is also there. So 3 by 16. If someone is in hurry, then what he may do is that he will take only these two cases. But 7 with 7 can also come. 5 also can come with 5, but 5, 5 will not be taken because 5 plus 5 is 10 only. So here there are these three cases which can be in our final answer. Right? So what should be the answer? 3 by 16. Okay. Now this is the question based on English. So one thing I'm going to tell here, if you ever see the word hardly, so hardly itself give a negation. Hardly is always telling a negation. Let me give an example that I can say that Virat Kohli and Rohit Sharma hardly scored any runs in Australia. Virat Kohli and Rohit Sharma hardly scored any runs in Australia. That means hardly means they did not even score. So I will not tell did not here. I will not use the word did not. Either I can say that Virat and Rohit did not score in Australia, or I can say that Virat and Rohit hardly scored any runs in Australia. That means I am already saying the meaning of negation. So if hardly is coming, then certainly here not cannot come. So that means these two options are gone. This option I am left with. So here was will come. So let's check that out. So Professor Q was a man who hardly narrated funny stories. That means Professor Q was someone who did not narrate funny story. He is not a guy who believes in narrating funny story. Only in his blackest moment was he able to find some humor. Like he was a dark humor guy. He was somewhere in a fan. So in his blackest moments only he was able to find some humor. Okay. Not he was generally someone who does not believe in humor, but only in his blackest moments he was able to find some humor. So was and only. So this option should be correct. Now let's check for the first one as well. Professor P wasn't merely a man who narrated funny story. That means Professor P was not someone who rarely used to narrate the funny story. That means Professor P was someone who used to narrate the funny story often. Right? He was someone who oftenly used to narrate funny stories. This is what I am saying about Professor P. And even in his blackest moment, even in his blackest time, he was capable of producing some self-depreciating humor. That means like he used to make fun of himself as well, even in his blackest day. Right? So he is like a Yuzvendra Chahal. Okay? So that is wasn't even. I hope you are getting the meaning. So Professor P wasn't merely a man who narrated funny story. Even in his blackest moments, he was capable of producing something self-depreciating humor. Okay. So B option is correct. Just the important point is this has been introduced a lot of time in GATE examination. Hardly. So hardly always give the meaning of negation. So if hardly is already there, then was not cannot come. That not word cannot come there. Okay. Yeah, so let's see this question. Don't try this question on your own because this was MTA given by IITs or ISC, sorry. This was given MTA by ISC. So option E I am adding, that is 37. And along with that I am adding another question. Another question is if C is 235. C has been fixed to 235 and then the question is same. Here they did not give this as C. This 235 is not C, this is a random set. But now I am fixing C as 235 and the question remains same. Then what will be the answer? So these two questions I am framing it. Although this is very disappointing from ISC that they did not frame aptitude question correctly. Like this is very disappointing. Like if someone would have solved this and he would have got 37 marks, he would have got 37 answer, then he would be very demotivated in the final examination. Even they did not frame this question as well correctly. Like this question was also wrong. So in aptitude you are framing 4 marks of question wrong. Very disappointing. But let's not talk about that. Let's remove it off because let's solve the question now. Let's solve this question. So what they are saying, how many combination of non-null sets A, B, C are possible from the subset of 2, 3, 5? This satisfying condition, A is subset of B. So what is the condition? That A should be subset of B and B should be subset of C. And subset means it could be equal set as well. What I mean to say is that if A is equals to B and B is equals to C, then can I write down A is a subset of B and B is a subset of C? Yes, I can write down. Right? I hope you are knowing this basic property of set. So what is the set given? That is 2, 3, 5. Now from this set, how many non-null subset you can get? Non-null. From this set, how many sets you can get? How many subset you can get? 8. Which all 8? That we will write down. From 2, 3, 5, how many subsets you can get? You can get 2, you can get 3, you can get 5, you can get 2, 3, you can get 2, 5, you can get 3, 5, and you can get 2, 3, 5, and you can get null set as well. But they are not talking about null set. Null set will not come into action. Now what they are saying, you need to frame a combination of 3 set. You need to frame a combination of 3 set in a manner that A is a subset of B and B is a subset of C. So let's start. So what I am saying is that A, B and C, all 3 are this set only. Is it a desirable condition? Yes. Plus. Now what I am saying, that these two are my BC. This is B and this is C. But I am calling this as A. Can this be a combination? What combination I am saying? That my B is 2, 3, 5, my C is 2, 3, 5, and my A is 3, 5. Is this combination fine? Yes. So this is also one of the case. Second case could be that I call this as A. This is my A, this is my B, and this is my C. Second case is also fine. What could be the third case? That I call this as my A. This is my A, this is my B, and this is my C. Fourth, fifth, sixth, and seventh. Like that, there are 7 cases. First one was all 3 are A, B, and C. Then B and C are fixed, but I am carrying A now. This could be A, 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 this could be A. And sorry, why I am writing this one. So how many cases are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Right? Now what I need to do? Now I will move B as well. Because A has moved completely. First A and A, B, C all were fixed. I got this case. Then I moved A. Now I will move B as well. So now I am fixing this as C. Now B is coming here. So what could be your A? Because what is the condition? That B is a subset of C. Is it satisfied? Yes. B is a subset of C. Now what could be your A? This could be your A as well. If A and B are equal, then A is a subset of B, and certainly B is already a subset of A. Right? So this could be my A. Or can this be my A? No. Because 3, 5. This 2, 5 is not a subset of 3, 5. So this cannot be my A. Neither this can be my A. Because here you are not having 2, but here you are having 2. So this cannot be my A. Can this be my A? Yes, this can be my A. Because 5 is a subset of 3, 5. Can this be my A? Yes, this can also be my A. Because 3 is a subset of 3, 5. Can this be my A? No. So how many cases are there? 1, 2, and 3. 3. Similarly, now I am moving B upward. So here is my B. Can this be my A? No. And can this be my A? Absolutely not. Because A has to be subset of B. So this can be your A, right? Because if A and B are equal, then this is satisfied. Now can this be your A? No. because 3 is not into 5. Can this be your A? Yes. Can this be your A? Yes. Can this be your A? No. So another 3 cases. Now let's make this as B. So this can be your A. These two cannot be your A. What all can be your A? This is 2 and this is 3. So this can be your A and this can be your A. So these are the answer. 3. Right? Now can I make this as B? Yes. I can make this as B as well. I can make this as B as well. So if this is B, what is the other chance I am having? This only one chance I am having. If this is what I mean to say is that if this is my B, then only A I can make is this 5 only. I cannot make 3 as A. I cannot make 2 as A. Only A I can make is this 5 only, because what is my condition? My desirable condition is A should be subset of B and B should be subset of C. So this is one condition. Similarly, this is another condition, and in the same manner, this is another condition. So here I am writing 1 plus 1 plus 1. So if you add them up, what you are getting? If you add them up, 8 and 9, 17, 9, 10, 17, 18, 19 and 20. We are getting 20. Are we doing some mistake here? I guess I added this twice. This should be 6 here. This should be 6 here. Why this is 6? Because 1 I have taken this case, no? If all 3 are equal, A, B, C, then I was moving A. So I was moving A, then A, this could be A, or 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 this could be A. So here I am writing 1 plus 6. Those are total 7 cases. Are you able to understand this point? Here I did an error. So those are the total 7 cases. So here what answer I am getting? 19. And this is what the question paper setter thought. That from here you are getting 19. So 19 should be the answer. This is what the question paper setter thought. But that is wrong. Why is that so? Because you moved B. You moved A. Why I cannot move C? I can move C as well, no? Right? So these are the conditions. This is the answer for the first case. That if I am fixing my C as 2, 3, 5, then there will be 19 cases. This is the correct answer. But now I have moved A as well. I have moved B as well. I can move C as well, no? Now if this is my C, then what could be my B? You let me know. I am calling this as B only. If this is my C and this is my B, then what could be your A? I can call this as A as well, or I can call this as A as well, or I can call this as A as well. Is there anything that I can call A? Because what is the condition? That A should be subset of B, should be subset of C. So in this case, A, B, C all are subset of each other. Here, if B, C are equal, then B is a subset of C. If this is A, so A 5 is coming in 3, 5. 3 is coming in 3, 5. So 3 condition I am having, plus 3. Say yes or no. Are you getting this point? Now I have fixed this C. Now I will move B. So if this is my C, can if this is my C, can this be my B? Yes, because B is a subset of C. If this is B, then this has to be A only. Because if this is A or this is A, then A will not be a subset of B. What I am doing is that if this is my C, then this can be my B. If this is my B, this has to be A. Because A is a subset of B and B is a subset of C. So here B is a subset of C, and if A and B are equal, that means they are subset of each other. So this is one of the case. Or which is the other case? That this could be your B. Because if this is your C, then this could be your B, and if this is your B, then this has to be A as well. So these two another cases are there. So 3 plus 2. In the similar manner, I will move C ahead. I will make this as C. So in the similar manner, if this is C, this could be your B, this could be your A as well. So this is one case. Then I will move A now. So where my A goes? 2 or 5. It can go to 2 as well. It can go to 5 as well. So these 3 another cases are there. Plus now I will move my B. So where my B can go? My B can either go to 5 or it can go to 2. If it is going to 5, then A has to be 5 as well. If it is going to 2, then A has to be 2 as well. So again, these 2 cases are more there. In the similar manner, if I assume this as C, then this has to be B, this has to be A as well. Now if I move my A, so A can go here and here. So 3 cases again. Plus, now if I move my B, so this could be my B and this could be my B. So this has to be A as well, this has to be A as well. So again, two more cases are there. So this is the case. Now more I can move C. How I can move C? That this is my C. Because C is getting upward now. Right? We started with A. A was getting upward, then B got upward. Now C is getting upward. If this is your C, then this has to be B only and this has to be A only. Because A, B, C has to be equal. Then only they will be subset of each other. 5 is a subset of 5 is a subset of 5. So this is one of the case, or this is one of the case, or this is one of the case. So plus 1, plus 1, plus 1. So these are the cases there. So this is the total cases. So here it was 19 and then 5 plus 5 plus 5, 15 plus 3, 18. 19 plus 18, 37. Total cases are 37. A very disappointing question from IITs. They tried to frame it correctly, like they tried to frame it nicely, but a very, very disappointing question from IISc. Okay, they could have spent more time on this. Answer is 37. But in the examination, I'm just thinking about the student who would have done all this hard work and he would see that there is no option matching. So, so this is the condition where students panic most. Okay, I need to take a break because of this cough. Then we will solve this question. But this is very simple. This is the question on Virat Kohli and Rohit Sharma. I just talked about Virat Kohli and Rohit Sharma, and the question is also coming now. Okay, so this was their peak era when they were scoring run. So between 2000 and 2015 and 2019, these are the World Cup years. So we can solve it very quickly. These are the World Cup years, and in between the World Cup years, what is happening? This is what they are asking. So Rohit Sharma is having a higher yearly batting average than Virat Kohli in every World Cup year. So in this World Cup year, Rohit is having higher batting average, but in this World Cup year, Virat is having higher batting average. So this is wrong. Let's go to the final one. Rohit Sharma's yearly batting average is consistently higher than that of Virat Kohli in last 3 years. So these are the last 3 years, 1, 2, 3. So here Rohit Sharma is higher, but here Virat Kohli is higher. So this is also wrong. Here let's check this one. Virat Kohli's yearly batting average is consistently higher than that of Rohit Sharma between the 2 World Cup years. What they are saying? Virat Kohli's yearly batting average is consistently higher than that of Rohit Sharma between the 2 World Cup years. So this is between 2 World Cup year. So this is Virat Kohli's batting average. This is also Virat Kohli's batting average, and here also Virat Kohli is having more batting average. So 16, 17, and 18. This was the peak era of Virat Kohli. So he was having more batting average than Rohit Sharma. Okay. So yeah, this statement is correct. What about the second? What about the last one? Statement B. VK has a higher batting average than that of Rohit Sharma in every World Cup year. VK has a higher yearly batting average. Yearly batting average means they are asking about total batting average. What they are asking asking about total batting average. So let's talk about 2015. So this is your VK, this is your RS. So in 2015, VK is having a batting average of 35, right? Because this is 20, this is 40, this is nearly 35, and this is having RS is having a batting average of 50. If I talk about 2019. So in 2019, I can say that Virat is having a batting average of 60 and Rohit is having a batting average of 55. So you can see that his batting average is roughly around 52.5 and his batting average 95 by 2 is 47.5. So he is having more. So RS is having more. So this is also wrong. So Rohit Sharma is performing better in World Cup years, and in between the years Virat Kohli is performing better. This is the conclusion you can make, or these are the 4 options. Like this is something a 10th class student can also solve, right? Let's take a break and then we will solve the last 2 questions. Yeah, so let's see the solution of this question now. So this question I consider as the toughest ever question in GATE aptitude. Okay, toughest aptitude question as per me, because this seems like practically impossible to even to explain, and even to solve this question in examination within 3 to 4 minutes. It is practically impossible for me. I don't think anyone would be thinking like in this manner that how to fold this particular structure into this particular structure. Okay, this is the structure that you are having. This is the 2D plane structure you are having, and you need to make it something like this. You need to fold the paper and you need to make it something like this. So this is what we need to do. So I will try to give you a practical scenario that how we are going to do it. I'm not sure whether you will be able to understand or not. You can question my teaching. I don't care about that, but it is like practically impossible. Like I can make various diagram and then I can tell you this is how it will go, but again it would be very tough to understand. But yeah, just keep your concentration high here, and whatever that I'm telling, just listen to that. Okay. So what I'm gonna do is that first I'm gonna rotate from here. From here I'm gonna rotate to downward. How I'm rotating? I'm rotating downward. What do I need? First, what do I need? I need this V structure. What do I need? I need this V structure. Are you able to see this V structure? From where I can get this V structure? From here. From here. So what do I need? I need to take this part downward. Okay, like let's just say here there are these two V. These two V I cannot see. So I am assuming this is the V. So what I'm gonna do? I will take this V downward. I will rotate it to downside. And similarly, I will rotate this one as well downside. This one as well downside. I will rotate both of them downside so that they come parallel to each other. Both of these V structures should come parallel to each other, because here there is a V and backward side as well there is a V. In this one, here there is a V and backward side as well there is a V, no? So these two V are coming parallel now. Now if these two V are coming parallel, then now we need to get this structure. Which structure? These structures I need to get. This structure I need to get, and this rectangular I need to get. This rectangular also I need to get. Now from where I will get this particular plane? This particular paper from where I will get? From this guy. From here I will get this particular plane. So now what is the scene? This guy is in this plane. This paper is in this plane. But this paper and this paper has gone down. Let's just say this is the paper. This paper is in this plane. This paper is in this plane, but those V has gone down like this. Those V's have gone down like this. Those V have gone down like this. And they are parallel to each other now. So we have made two-fold. We have made two-fold. Where and where? We have made these two folds. One fold here and another fold here. These two fold we have made. Now what do I need? I need this particular structure. Here I need this particular structure. That means one fold I will have to make, and I need to keep this paper downward now. Because what is the scene? V's are downward. These V's are downward. So I need to take this paper downward as well, no? This paper should also go down. So that I get a triangular here. Sorry, not triangular, sorry. So that I get a rectangular here. This rectangular structure I need. So now this paper is going down. This paper is going down. So now this paper, this V and this V, all are in the same plane now. Are you getting this point? Although the paper will be something like this. Although the paper will be something like this and V's will be in this direction. So all these are in same plane now. Two V are parallel to each other and the paper is also in the same plane. Are you able to visualize it now? Okay. So this V structure I am getting. This V structure I have got. And along with that, I have got this rectangular as well by three folds. Which is the third fold? The third fold is I am taking this paper downward. I am taking this paper downward. This is the third fold I am doing. Now what do I need? Along these two edges, along these edges as well, I require a rectangle. Sorry, not rectangle. Yeah. Along these edges as well, I require rectangular shape. There is one rectangular shape. There is one rectangular shape downward as well. Similarly, here as well, there is a rectangular shape. Are you getting this point? So along these phases as well, I require rectangular phases. I require rectangular shapes. So from where I will get these rectangular shapes? So for that rectangular shape, what I need to do is that I need to fold on paper only. I cannot fold these. I cannot fold these. I need to fold my paper, because what is happening with my paper? Now paper is my downward. Now paper is in my vertical plane. Now I will fold the paper like this. Like one fold I will make and another fold if I make. If I make two fold on a paper, will I be able to get a rectangle? If I make two fold on paper, will I be able to get a rectangle? Can you see here? If I make two folds on paper, like a plain paper is there. A plain paper is there. One fold you make like this. And another fold as well you make after some places. Will you be able to get a rectangle in this manner? This is a rectangle you are getting, no? I hope I am able to show it. One fold I have made, one fold like this I have made, then another fold here only I have made. So this kind of rectangle I am getting. This is the rectangle I am getting. In front. In front you need to see, only the in front.
only the in front rectangle. So similarly here as well, what I will do is that I will draw a line touching these 2 points. I will draw another line touching these 2 points. I will draw another line touching these 2 points. I will draw another line touching these 2 points. Then touching these 2 points and then touching these 2 points. So one fold I will make here, then another fold I will make here, then another fold I will make here, and another fold I will make here. 4 folds I have made, 5th and 6th. So these 6 folds I will make, and from there I will get this rectangle, downward rectangle, this rectangle, downward rectangle, and downward rectangle. Total 6 rectangle I need. Total 6 rectangle I need. So if I made these 6 folds, then 1 rectangle, 2 rectangle, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Those 6 rectangles I am getting. And there you go. This is the structure I have got. So 6 folds on this paper, and these are the 3 folds. So 6 plus 3, 9 folds. So this is the answer. It has taken roughly around 50 to 60 minutes to think about this. Okay, and in the examination, in 5 minutes or even in 10 minutes, it would be practically impossible to think in this manner. The thing is, what we did is that we just saw that how many rectangles are there. First, I need to get this one. So how many rectangles are there? Can you count? 1, 2, 1 is backward, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Right? So if I make this fold and this fold and this fold, I am getting 1 rectangle. So in 3 folds, I have got 1 rectangle. Rest are 6. So to getting these 6, I need another 6 fold. So 6 plus 3, total 9 fold I require. First rectangle, this rectangle required 3 folds because one goes downward, another goes downward, and this paper also goes downward. So this rectangle, this top rectangle required 3 folds. So from these 3 folds, I got 1 rectangle. And then using these folds as well, like I just joined these two edges. If I join these 2 edges, then I find that where on the paper I need to make a fold. When I join these 2 edges, then I will get to know that where on the paper I need to make a fold. So on the paper I need to make a fold here. Then when I join these 2 edges, then on the paper I need to make a fold here. So if I make these 2 folds, I am getting another rectangle here. Are you getting this point? So in that manner, I need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7 rectangle. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Total 8 rectangle I was requiring. Right? So for that I would require another 6 more folds. So 6 plus 3, 9 is the correct answer. Again saying practically impossible to get these answer correct in your final examination. So 6 plus 3, 9. So let's make it more better. So if I make it better, like just to understand, so this is the third fold we are having. Then if I make a parallel line, 1 fold, another fold, 2 fold, 3 fold, 4 fold, 5th and 6th. When I make the 6th one, then everything will be done. So 6 plus 3, 9. So these folds I need to make. Okay, so 9 is the correct answer. Again saying, like if these kind of questions are coming in the examination, then it would be very tough to deal in the examination hall. Let's go to the last one. So this was the question asked: 4 equilateral triangle used to frame a regular closed 3-dimension object. So 4 equilateral triangle, what they will make? Tetrahedron, right? By joining their edges, the angle between 2 faces. So they asked the angle between 2 faces. Again, this was MTA. So the actual solution of this question is given here by me. You can type GATE 2024 mechanical ME solution aptitude angle between the faces. You can type this and you will get the actual solution. But this solution I solved using coordinate system. Okay, coordinate system and vector algebra. And this is the best way. Like some people will apply some formula. So that formula from where you are getting? You are getting those, like some guy was there in comment section. He was saying that I can solve this question using some geometric formula. So from where you are getting that formula? That method I am explaining here. No. So that is pretty dumb comment. I don't care about that. So this is what I was saying. Now some guys were saying that, sir, how to solve this kind of question in the examination? Because this is a very large method. I have taken 14 minutes to explain here. So this is a very large method and people were asking me, sir, how would I solve it during the examination? So the point is they never wanted to ask the angle between the faces. They never wanted to ask the angle between the faces.
This was an error from their side. They wanted to ask the angle between two sides. What they wanted to ask? They wanted to ask this angle. And since it is a equilateral triangle, then this angle will be 60 degree only. That's it. This would also be 60 degree. And this would also be 60 degree. So this is what they wanted to ask, and this was the option given. But what they actually asked? They asked the angle between the faces. So the angle between the faces will be in 3D. Are you getting this point? So that will be a solid angle. The angle between the faces, I should not say solid angle, that will not be a solid angle, really sorry. So let's just say this is one of the face and this is the another face. So between these two faces they are asking at the angle, this angle they are asking. And if you need to find the angle between the faces, how do you find it? What do? You take perpendicular from the surface. Like this is the surface, let's just say this surface I am taking. I need to find the angle between this face and this face. So what I will do? I will make the perpendicular of this surface. This is the perpendicular. Let's just say this is the perpendicular of this surface. This is the perpendicular. Then I will make perpendicular from this surface as well. Then I will make perpendicular from this surface as well. And where they cut, these two perpendicular will cut at some place. And what is the angle between these two lines? That angle will be my final answer. So that particular way of solution I have given here in this particular question. So you can go and check out that how I am doing it. But don't be afraid of the solution, because in the examination they will never want to ask these kind of things, because this is simply JEE mathematics, right? This is your JEE mathematics. This is not aptitude. So they are not going to ask this thing. They actually wanted to ask the angle between the two lines. This angle they wanted to ask, this 60 degree. So and option was also mentioned. So here, but they asked between the faces, so everything got different, and now the complete process will be different and answer will also be different. I don't remember what was the answer. As far as I remember, it was roughly around 70 degree. As far as I remember, I don't remember correctly. You can go and check out here. Okay, so you will get the solution. You just need to type this particular video, GATE 2024 mechanical ME solution, aptitude, angle between the faces. So you will get the solution there. Okay, but don't be afraid. They did not want to ask this particular question in the examination. They wanted to ask the angle between two lines only. Well and good. Yeah, so that's it about this set, and I guess this was a very tough set. Why it became tough? Because first question English we will not be able to do it. Second, third easy, fourth easy, fifth easy, sixth also easy. Seventh, although it was decent question, again they did not frame the question. Again they did not frame the they did not frame the options correctly. Then it would become tough in the examination. So here you will be losing your confidence. Here you will be losing your concentration. This was easy only, and in this question as well you will be getting confused. Like 100% sure that if I had been the student, I would be dropping it in the examination. And if some teacher is claiming that he would have done it correctly in the examination, then that's not correct. Okay, if you have done it correctly in one glance only, just by looking at the question, then hats off to you. You have a great aptitude and you will do very well in your upcoming examination. But if I talk about myself, if I had been the student, then it would be very, very tough for me. Like cracking these kind of questions in the examination hall with the examination pressure, it would be very tough for me. Okay, so it would become a very tough. And for this question, like I would have got to know that if they are asking the angle between faces, that certainly 30, 60, 45, 90, none of them will be the answer. So just by looking at the question, I would know that it is an MTA. But still, it would confuse me in the examination. In the examination, to a student, it would be confusing. So again, this question also, I will tell that this was also something that would take down my confidence. So yeah, you can see this set was pretty, I would say, pretty annoying, or I can say like it was pretty difficult. Okay, yeah. So let's see the next set now. Yeah, so let's solve this question now. So person 1 and person 2 invest in 3 mutual funds ABC. The amount they have invested is given below. At the end of the year, the total amount person 1 gets is 500 more than the person 2. The annual rate of return of mutual funds B and C is 15% each. What is the annual rate of return for mutual fund A? So B gives 15% return, and this also gives 15% return. So basically person A will be getting 15% returns, means that means 3k amount from here. 15 into 20,000 by 100, 3k amount. And so person 1, this guy, is getting 3k from here and 3k from here. So total 6k he is getting from B and C. And this guy is getting 15 into 15, 2.25k.
2.25k and 2.25k. Now what is the what they are asking, what is the annual rate of return for mutual fund A? We don't know that. Let's assume that rate I'm not assuming the rate. I will finally write the amount only. What I will do, look, this guy is making 6k rupees, plus he will make some x rupees from here. He will make some x rupees from here. This guy is making 2.25k plus 2.25k, that means 4.5k rupees. If this guy is making x rupees, tell me how much rupees this guy will be making? 2x. I don't know the interest rate. Let's assume the interest rate was 10%. So this guy would have made 10%, or let's assume 1%. So this guy would have made 100 rupees. If it was 1%, this guy would have made 100 rupees. If it was 1% only, this guy would have made 200 rupees. So simply the double, right? If it was 10%, this guy would have made 1000 rupees, and this guy would have made 2000 rupees. So simply the double amount he will be making. So I'm just assuming the amount. So if this guy is making X amount from mutual fund A, so this guy would make 2x amount from mutual fund A. So this guy would make 2x amount. Now they are saying that person 1 gets 500 more rupees. So the total amount, that means 6k plus x, 6k plus x is 500 more than this amount. If this guy was making some 10k rupees, so this guy was making some 10.5k rupees, 500 more. That means this 500 is added here. So it will be equal. So for making it equal, we have added 500 here. Now we just need to solve the equation. That's it. So x value we can get now. This will be 4.5k plus 0.5k, 5k. So x value is 1k. So basically this guy is making 1k rupees. So what should be the rate? 10%. D is the correct answer. Did you get how did I solve it? It is the faster way of solving it. 15%, 15%, 3k, 3k, 2.25k, 2.25k. So total money guy 1 is making, person 1 is making, that is 6k plus x some money that he will make from mutual fund A. If he is making x money, that means he would be making 2x money. So 4.5k plus 2x plus 500 rupees. So x will be 1k. X will be 1k. So basically this guy is making 1k rupees from here. What should be the interest rate? 10% or return rate. I should not say interest rate. It should be the return rate. So what will be the return rate? That would be 10%, because 10% of 10,000 is 1k. So answer is D. Let's move on to the next one. This is actually a very, very good question. I will give you the concept. So there is a dice given. This is not a general dice. Any kind of dice can be given. Now you will say, sir, in dice, the addition of the opposite faces is 7. If you see a particular dice, the dice that we use for Ludo and all those things, so for that, the addition of opposite faces are 7. But here this is not the case. There can be any kind of dice. So let's try to think about this dice. So this structure is given, then you need to unfold it, and which of the following option is correct. So I don't think people have solved it correctly till now. So let's try to solve it correctly. So 4, 6, 3. 4 is saying that my neighbor is 6 and 3. Here 4 is saying that my neighbor is 1 and 5. So 4 has neighbor 6, 3, 1 and 5. Are you getting this point? 4 has neighbor 6, 3, 1 and 5. Every face will have 4 neighbors. Are you agreeing with this point? There is a cube. Let's assume you assume this as a cube. So this face will have 4 neighbors. 1, 2, 3 and 4. This face will have 4 neighbors. Similarly, this face, this one, this will have also 4 neighbors. 1, 2, 3 and which one? 4. So every face will have 4 neighbors only. So we know the neighbor of 4. The neighbor of 4 is 6, 3, 1, 5. And whose neighbor also we can tell? We can tell the neighbor of 1, that is 4 and 5. Can you tell the other two neighbors by just seeing the structure, by simply seeing the structures? No, we can't tell, because 4 is repeated twice and 6 is also repeated twice. So we can tell the all 4 neighbor of 6 as well. So what will be the neighbor of 6? The neighbors of 6 are certainly 4, 3, 2 and 5. So 6, 4, 6, 3, 1 all are common here. What is uncommon? 1 and 2. That means 1 is not the neighbor of 6 and 2 is not the neighbor of 4. So here, now tell me, where will be 2? 2 will be at bottom, right? This is 4. This has 1, 2, 3, 4 neighbor. 2 will be at bottom. If 4 is at upward, 2 has to be at bottom, because 2 is not a neighbor of 4. So 2 will be at bottom. 2 will be at bottom. Now tell me, where will be 2 will be at bottom. Now let's talk about 1. Where will be 1? 1 is not a neighbor of 6. That means 1 will be opposite to 6. 1 will be opposite to 6. So what is the opposite of 6? That would be this diagram. Opposite to 6. Are you getting this point? 1 will be opposite to 6. If this one is 6, this one will be 1. 6 is here, 1 will be here, because 1 is not the neighbor of 6. And where will be the last number? That is 5. 5 is neighbor of both 6 and 4, right? But 5 is not a neighbor of 3, that's for sure. 5 and 3 are opposite, that we got to know. 5 and 3 are opposite. Now this is the dice you are having. So basically I will try to make the dice as clear as I can. Don't expect too much, but I will try to make the dice. Whatever that we concluded, we will try to do that. So on the upper side we were having 4. Upper side we are having 4. At the bottom we are having 2. At the bottom we are having 2. Now on the front face we are having 3. Then on the back we are having 5. This is our 5. This side we are having 6. This side we are having 6. And on the opposite side we are having 1. Here 5 and 3 are opposite. 5 and 3 are opposite. And here 4 and 2 are opposite. So is it all clear to you? How did I conclude that? I wrote the neighbor of 4, I wrote the neighbor of 6. Based on that I concluded everything. Now there are 4 options. If you unfold it, how it would look? One possible solution is you try to fold all those and try to make this structure. You try to fold all those and try to make this structure. This is one possible solution. Let's talk about the other solution. What you will do? Look, one thing. I will tell you one simple thing, that is, this 5 will be neighbor of, we are just talking about this diagram. What do you understand by this diagram? Whenever in further examination, if this diagram is given, what do you understand by that? This 5 can travel anywhere and this 2 can travel anywhere. From this diagram, what you can tell? From this diagram, you can tell that 5 is the neighbor of 1, 4, 6 and 3. This is what you can tell from this diagram. From this diagram, what can be inferred? It can be inferred that 5 will be neighbor of 1, 4, 6, 3. And similarly, 2 will be neighbor of 1, 4, 6, 3. And 5 and 2 will be opposite. 5 and 2 will be opposite. This can be inferred from that diagram. 5 will be neighbor of 1, 4, 6, 3 and 2 will be neighbor of 2, 3, same numbers, but 5 and 2 will be opposite. This can be inferred. What else can be inferred? Because this 5 can move anywhere. Now, how did I write that? You need to visualize it. Let's try. Let me give you an example. If you fold it back, what will happen? 5 will come upward. 5 is the neighbor of 1. How I am folding it? I am picking up 5 like that upward. So 5 is certainly neighbor of 1. Now 4 will also come upward. Now I am picking up this 4, 6, 3, 2, that line. I am picking it upward. So 5, 4 will also be neighbor. Now 6 will be this space. So 6 will also be upward. Then 3. This is not the answer. I am just telling you the way to approach. And then 2 will be complete opposite. Are you able to understand? Or if you are not able to understand, I am just giving you a simple way how to analyze. Then way is the structures that are outside the one line. Outside the one line. Here you can see outside the line. Outside the line. Those can move. So basically here 5 will be neighbor of 1, 4, 2, 6. Here 3 will be neighbor of 6, 2, 4, 1. Are you getting this point? But 5 and 3 will be opposite here. Here 5 and 6 will be opposite. Here 5 and 3 will be opposite. Are you getting this point? Now what else we can infer? If you are going from one step ahead, that means they are the opposite side. How? Try visualizing it. 1 is at bottom. I am assuming 1 is at bottom. Now I will fold this 4, 6 line. 4, 6, 3, 2. I am folding this line. So 4 will come upward and 6 will also come upward. 1 is at bottom, 4 will come upward and 6 also will come upward. So 1 and 6 will be opposite face. So after one gap, opposite face you will get in the vertical line. In the horizontal one, they can move anywhere. You can tell the neighbor. In the vertical one, 1 and 6 will be opposite. 4 and 6 will be opposite. Are you getting this point? And the nearer one will be the neighbor only. That's for sure. So let's try to write the neighbor of 1. What will be the neighbor of 1? Neighbor of 1 will be 4. Before that, let's try to write the neighbor of 4. So here the neighbor of 4 will be 6, 1, 6, 1, and 2 and 5 can move. So 2 can come here as well, 5 can come here as well. 2, 5. So neighbor of 4 will be 6, 1, 2, 5. Is that correct? 6, 3, 1, 5. No, that's incorrect. 2 is not the neighbor of 4. So this option is wrong. But let's analyze it more. What will be the neighbor of 6? Neighbor of 6 based on this diagram, that will be 4, 3 and 2 and 5 can move. So 2 and 5. Although this is matching here. Now, what will be the neighbor of 3? Neighbor of 3 will be 2, 5. That's for sure. 2, 5 will certainly come. 6 is also the neighbor. What will be the other neighbor? Pause the video and tell me the answer. What will be the other neighbor? The other neighbor will be 1. Fold it, fold it, fold it. The other neighbor would become 1 only. From here to directly here, the other neighbor would be 1 only. And what will be the neighbor of 1? Neighbor of 1 would be 4, 3, 2, 5. So are you able to read it? First we studied this, how to write all those numbers. Then we studied this one. What did we study? We actually studied this diagram. What do you mean by vertical one? What do you mean by the horizontal one? Horizontal ones can move. So based on that, we can tell their neighbors. Also, this and this will be the opposite one. And here, one step ahead will be the opposite one. 1 will be the opposite of 2. 4 will be opposite of 6. Right? And then we can tell the neighbor as well. So what will be the neighbor of 4 here? Neighbor of 4 will be 1, 2, 5 and 3. Neighbor of 1 will be 5, 3, 4 and 6. That's it. That's how we study it. So why this option is wrong? Because this is not matching. Let's check other options. Let's check this option. What will be the neighbor of 4? The neighbor of 4 here will be 2. Here they are saying that 4 and 6 are opposite. But this is not the case. 4 and 6 are not opposite. 4 and 6 are neighbors. This is also wrong. Here what it is saying? The neighbor of 4 is 6, 2, 5 and 1. The neighbor of 4 is, they are saying that 4 and 2 are neighbor. But 4 and 2 are not neighbor. 4 and 2 are opposite. 4 and 2 are opposite. So this is also wrong. Only option left is this. Now here let's check. Here what this is saying? 4 and 2 are opposite. Good. Because here we can see 4 and 2 are opposite. That's good. Neighbor of 4. What he is saying? Neighbor of 4 is 6, 1, 3 and 6, 1, 5 and 3. Neighbor of 4 is 6, 1, 5 and 3. Yeah, this is also correct. Let's check the neighbor of 6. What are the neighbor of 6? 4, 2, 3 and 5. 4, 2, 3 and 5. This is also correct. Well and good. What else we can check? We can check other things. What will be the here based on the diagram? Tell me the neighbor of 3. Neighbor of 3 will be, if 3 is here, the neighbor of 3 will be, the opposite face will be 5 only. So neighbor of 3 will be not 5 and all other numbers. So neighbor of 3 will be 1, 2, 4 and 6. 5 is the opposite one. So that will not be the neighbor. So neighbor of 3 should be 1, 2, 4, 6. So let's check. Neighbor of 3 is 1, 4, 6, 2. Right? Neighbor of 3 is these 4 numbers and 5 is at the opposite. So 3 and 5 are opposite. So answer is D. That's how you need to solve these kind of problems. So most of you guys don't know the exact way of approaching it. So I explained it here. So let's move on to the next problem. If this denotes the increasing order of intensity, then the meaning of the word. So here sick, infirm, moribund, whatever it is, I don't know the meaning. So just the increasing order we need to write. So silly, then dash, then daft. So what should come here? What do you think? Vain should come. This one. This is vain. Vain, nase. This is vain. So this will not come. Frown. Frown means angry. No meaning. Phone. Phone means little dear. As far as I remember, because I googled this word. So that means little dear. So no. Only vain is left. Vain means like you use the term silly mistake. That means that mistake should not happen. It was a waste mistake. That should not have happen. Vain. That all my efforts went in vain. I did not write GATE exam that well. So all my efforts went in vain. So that is also wasted. So wasted should come. So although if your GATE exam is not that good, your efforts are not in vain. Okay. You still have plenty of time. You can still do load better things. Let's move on to the next problem. So this was also a good question. Actually, what I feel, this was actually introduced in GATE DA question paper. So in DA, they asked the best possible aptitude. This was the best possible aptitude set I could see. So here what they are saying, that 15 parts of the given figure are to be painted such that no two adjacent parts with shared boundaries have the same color. The minimum number of colors required is. This is what they are asking. So what they are saying, that all the boundaries, these boundaries should not have the same color. Any boundary should not have the same color. So let me explain it. Let's assume I am filling color A here. Then what color I can fill here? I can't fill the color A. Why so? Because this is because this particular box has three boundaries. This boundary, and this boundary. This particular box has 3 boundaries. So one of the boundary is connected to A. So I can't fill A here. So I need to fill some other color. That is B. What color I can fill here? Tell me. This particular box has 3 boundaries. 1, 2 and 3. Right? So this boundary is connected to A. This boundary is connected to B. So I have to choose third color. That would be C. Now let's talk about this one. Not this one. Or we can talk about this. We can talk about. Okay. So let's talk about this one. So here this is connected to, or better we write the color of this one. So this box I am writing. So this box has boundary this and this. So and this also. 4 boundaries are there. Now these boundaries are not connected to any color because we haven't filled the color yet. These boundaries are not connected to any color, but this boundary is connected to color A and color C. So I have to fill color B here. So in this I can fill the color B because this particular boundary is connected to A and C only. So I can fill the color B here. Now let's talk about this one. This particular box I am talking about. So this particular box is connected to B. It is connected to C. It is not connected here. It is not connected here. So I can fill the color A. Right? Because this boundary is connected to C and this boundary is connected to B. This boundary is connected to B and this boundary is connected to C. So I can't fill B and C. So I can fill A, because I need to find the minimum color. So that's why I am doing this. Now let's talk about this box. Here, this box, this has a boundary. This one, this is not connected to any color, so forget about it. This boundary is connected to two colors, B and C. So B and C cannot be there, and this boundary is connected to color A. So B, C, A, all three cannot be there. So I have to color something new. That would be D. So D color I have to introduce. Now let's talk about this boundary. Let's talk about this box. We are talking about this box now. This box. This is not connected to anyone. This is connected to B, so B cannot be there. This is connected to D, D cannot be there. And this is connected to A, this is connected to B. So A, B and D. C you can fill here. So here you can fill C. Let's remove it off. Here you can fill C. This much we have filled. Now let's go here now. Here. So not connected to anything, not connected to anything. You can fill any color here. Let's assume I am filling B here. So I have filled B. Because this is connected to only C. I can fill D as well, I can fill A as well, I can fill anything. I am filling B. I can fill anything, right? But I am filling B. Now let's talk about this one. This is connected to B. This I am talking about, this box I am talking about. This is connected to B here, but not connected to any color. So B cannot be there. Let's fill the color A. So I am filling the color A. Let's talk about this one. This is connected to A, connected to A, connected to D. This is not connected to anyone. So I can fill any color without A and D. So that would be, I am filling B. Now let's talk about the next one. This one. This is connected to B. This is not connected to anything. So apart from B, I can fill any color. A I am filling. Let's talk about this one. This is connected to A. This is also connected to A. So, and this is not connected to anything. So apart from A, I can fill any color. I am filling B. Let's talk about this one. This is connected to B, not connected to anything. And certainly this boundary is not connected to anything. So I can fill any color, but not B. So I am filling A. Let's talk about this one. This is connected to B. This is connected to A. This is not connected to anything. So B and A I cannot fill. Apart from that, I can fill anything. So I am filling C now. Let's talk about this one. This is connected to B. This is connected to C. So apart from B and C, I can fill anything. So I am filling A. So how many colors did you require? 4 only. So answer would be 4. Well and good. Let's move on to the next problem. Visualize two identical right circular cones such that one is inverted over the other and they share the common circular base. If cutting plane passes through the vertices of the assembled cones, what shape does the outer boundary of the resulting cross section make? Okay, so you have two right angle cones. Two right angle cones you are having. Two right angle cones you are having. These two right angle cones we are having. Now I have to over the other and they share the common circular base. So this is the structure they are talking about. Now I have to cut the plane passes through the vertices of the assembled cones. So I have to cut it something like this. Cutting it something like this. So the cones are there and I am cutting it right from the middle. What do you think? What will be the final structure? Triangular. Triangular will be given by one only. But two triangulars will make a rhombus. Answer would be A. You have to visualize it. Try visualizing it. From one cone, what you will get? This. From the other one, you will get this. So what is this? 4 sides are there. 1, 2, 3, 4. And both sides are equal. So it will be rhombus. Are you getting this point? Answer is A. Let's move on to the next problem. How many 4-digit positive integers divisible by 3 can be framed using only digits 1, 3, 4, 6, 7 such that no digits appear more than once in a number? Okay, so you have to make a number which should be divisible by 3. you have to make a number which should be divisible by 3, and that number should be 4-digit number. So basically what you need to do, first from 5 digit you need to choose 4 digits. So how many ways are there? 5 ways are there. So which digits you can choose? You can choose 1 3 4 6, you can choose 1 3 6 7, you can choose 1 4 6 7, you can choose 1 3 4 7, and you can choose 3 4 6 7. These are the ways. These are the ways of choosing the digits. Now you have to make the numbers. So if this condition was not given, that divisible by 3, what should be your answer? 5c4, and then from all these I can make 4 factorial. Like from this I can make 4 factorial, from this I can make 4 factorial, from this also, from this too, and from this too. So 4 factorial I can make, but the number should be divisible by 3. So if I am making any number from 1 3 4 6, that should be divisible by 3. That means addition of all the numbers should be divisible by 3. What is the rule? Rule is, if a number is divisible by 3, that means the addition of all the numbers should be divisible by 3. So 1 plus 3 plus 4 plus 6, 10 plus 1, 11 plus 3, 14. This will not be the case. 1 plus 3, 17. This will not be the case. 6 plus 7, 13, 18. So this will be the case. And 4 plus 7, 7, 15. This will be the case. What about this? 20. This will not be the case. Only these two cases will be there. You can choose 1 4 6 7. You can choose 1 3 4 7. So from here you can get 4 factorial. Here also you can get 4 factorial. So this 4 factorial will be 24. This will be also 24. So 24 plus 24, 48. D is the correct answer. Let's move on to the next one. The probability of having a boy and a girl being born is 1 by 2. For a family having only 3 children, what is the probability of having 2 girls and 1 boy? So when you are having children, what you can have? 3 girls you can have, or you can have 3 boys, or you can have 2 girls, 1 boy, or you can have 2 boys, 1 girl. Is there any other possible way? Anything else? Here the order doesn't matter, that my first child is girl, the second child is boy, the third child is girl, or my first child is girl, the second child is girl, and third child is boy. Both are same only, because in both of the case what you will say, that I have 2 girls and 1 boy. I don't have actually, but in this case what you will say, that I have 2 girls and 1 boy. In both of the cases you will say I have 2 girls and 1 boy. Getting this point? So all those cases will be same. So only 4 cases are there. Out of which what do you want? You want 2 girls and 1 boy. That's it. 1 by 4 is the answer. Many of you must have put the correct answer as 3 by 8. But you are taking, those are different cases, that boy, boy, and girl, boy. These are not different cases. These are the same only, because in both of the cases you will say I have 2 boys and 1 girl. So answer would be 1 by 4, not 3 by 8. Let's move on to the next one. You have to find the sum of the following series. So let's forget this 2. Let's take this one, 1 by 2 plus 1 by 4 plus 1 by 8 plus 1 by 16. So what will be the sum of this series? A upon 1 minus r. That would be 1. So this series would give me 1. Now let's take this series, 1 by 3 plus 1 by 9 plus 1 by 27, and this would go on. So it would be A upon 1 minus r. So 1 by 3 by 2 by 3, that would be 1 by 2. So here I am getting 1 by 2 plus 2. So my final answer would be 2 plus 1 plus 1 by 2. 2 plus 3 by 2, 7 by 2. So my answer would be 7 by 2. Simple mathematics question. Let's move on to the next one. Thousands of years ago, some people began dairy farming. This coincided with the number of mutation in a particular gene that resulted in these people developing the ability to digest dairy milk. So what can be inferred? You will be confused in A and B only, because in C and D, no human being can digest dairy milk. No, because they are saying that this coincided with the number of mutation in a particular gene that resulted in these people developing the ability to digest dairy milk. So we have developed the ability to digest dairy milk. So no human being, and digestion of dairy milk is essential for human beings. No, this is not also can be inferred, because there is nothing written like that it is essential. So these two options are correct. You can be confused in A and B, but the simple answer would be B only, because the only thing that can be inferred is that in human beings, digestion of dairy milk resulted from a mutated gene. This can be inferred. Now you can't say all human beings can digest dairy milk. This cannot be said. Why so? Because it can't be inferred from the paragraph. They are not saying that all human beings can digest milk. They are just saying that it resulted that in a particular gene that resulted in these people, we just developed the ability of digesting dairy milk. Because of that particular gene, we just developed the ability of digesting the dairy milk. So no statement says that all human beings can digest dairy milk. Only thing that can be inferred is that in human beings, digestion of dairy milk resulted from mutated genes only. So answer would be B. That's it. Let's move on to the next one. In an election, the share of valid votes received by the four candidates A, B, C, and D is represented by the pie chart as shown. The total number of votes cast in the election were 1,15,000, out of which 5,000 were invalid. So basically, valid votes were 1.1 lakh or 1,10,000. These were the valid votes. These were the valid votes. Now, based on the data provided, the total number of valid votes received by the candidate B and C. So, B and C combined, they received 45% of this. So, 45% of this one, that would be 49,500. 45% of 45 by 100 into 110,000. So, whatever it is, it will be cancelled and 49,500 you will get. Okay, so this set is completed. Let's check another set now. Let's solve this set now. So during a half moon phase, the Earth, Moon, Sun form a right angle triangle. Earth, Moon, Sun. That means the one which is in the middle, that will make the 90-degree angle. This will make the 90-degree angle. So this is Earth, Moon, and Sun. Middle one will make a 90-degree angle. Now next they are saying if the moon earth sun angle at the half moon phase is measured to be 89.85. The angle is moon earth sun. Moon earth sun, that means this angle they are talking about. They are talking about this angle, moon earth sun. Moon earth sun, the one which is in the middle, that will be the angle moon earth sun. Like we have written a angle ABC, that means we are talking about angle B. So similarly moon earth sun, so they are talking about the angle of earth, that is what, 89.85. 89.85 degree. And this is the angle. What you need to find, the ratio of earth sun distance, that is x, and earth moon distance, that is y. So you need to find x by y. This is what you need to find. So I guess we can apply cos here. Cos 89.85 degree would be what? Base upon hypotenuse. What is base? Base will be y upon hypotenuse will be x. So our answer would be x by y would be, what is the reciprocal of cos? That will be sec. Sec 89.85 degree. So let's do the calculation. $382 we are getting, nearly 382. The answer would be option A. Let's move on to the next one. On a given day, how many times the second hand and the minute hand of a clock cross each other during the clock time from 12:05 to 12:55. So answer would be 50 only, because the same kind of question has been asked in GATE 2023 as well. You can see in the mechanical question paper it was asked the same kind of question. First it will strike at, although I have made a separate video, but still I will explain here. This is the clock. So the time is 12:05. So this will be your 12 actually. This will be 5 minutes. I am talking about minutes. This will be 15 minutes. This will be 10 minutes. Somewhere here there will be 45 minutes, and then there will be 50 minutes, and here 55 minutes will be there. Now we are talking about 12:05. So this will be our hour end. We don't need to care much about this. 12:05 we are talking about. So this will be our minute end. 12:05 it is. Now what will happen? The minute hand will start moving, and they are talking about minute hand and second hand. So at exactly at 12:05 your second hand would be somewhere here, or you can call this one as second hand only. We are not talking about the hour hand. We are just talking about second hand and minute hand. So now the time is 12:05. This is the time when second hand is at 0. This is 0 second, right? This is 0 second. Getting my point? Here after that it will move, it will be 5 seconds. So when it moves, when it comes to 5 seconds, what will happen? This minute hand will also move a bit, right? So nearly at 12:05:06 it will strike first time. 12 hours 5 minutes and 6 seconds it will strike first time. Try imagining it. Just minute hand it is moving a bit, and also the second hand will move. If the second hand is moving, that means minute hand has to move a bit. So at 12:05:06 it will strike first, then 12:06:07 it keeps on going like that. 12:44:45 like that it will keep on going. Then 12:53:54, then 12:54:55 it keeps on going like this. So between, if they ask you between 5 and 6 how many times this strike, between 12:05 to 12:06, 12:05 to 12:06 only once. Between 12:05 to 12:07 how many times did they strike? This time will not be included. Between 12:05 to 12:07 I'm asking. So how many times did they collide? Between 12:05 to 12:07 twice, right? Twice. And 12:05 to 12:06 once. So some people were giving 49 answers, some people were giving 51 answer, but the answer would be 50. So just you need to subtract this minute, 12:06 to 12:05 one answer would be there. 12:07 to 12:05 two answer will be there. But if they had asked from 12 to from 12:05 to, if they had asked from 12:05 to 13:05, then what would be the answer? Answer would be 59. If they had asked this question from 12:05 to 13:05, the answer would be 59. Why so? You can try thinking. Next it will strike at this, then it will strike at 12:55:56, then again it will keep on going. Next 12:58:59, and when it is about 59 it will strike at 12:59:60. That means it is 12:60 only. And what do you mean by 12:60? 12:60 is 13:0. So after 58 directly 13 will come, 59 will not come. So that's why 1 will be less. And next it will strike again at 13:01:02, and then keeps on going. So only 59 will not come. So answer would have been 59 if they had asked for 1 hour gap. But they did not ask for 1 hour gap. They asked for only 50 minutes gap. So in 50 minutes they will strike 50 times only, and in 1 hour they would have strike for 59 times, not 60 times. So answer would be 50 here. And I have also made a separate video of 45 to 50 minutes just for clock. Every single concept is there, whatever that can be asked. So you can also watch that video. If I forget to put the link in the comment section, please ask me in the comment section. I will provide you the link. So from there also you can watch the complete clock concept. Here I have given you a rough idea. So answer would be 50. Let's move on to the next problem. Here you need to find the capacity factor. The formula of capacity factor is given, that is electricity generation divided by installed capacity. And this 1000 will be common for everyone, so we don't need to check. So they are asking highest capacity factor. So for T1, what is the capacity factor? that would be electricity generation is 10k divided by 4k, that would be 2.5. For T2 it would be 9k divided by 6k, it would be somewhat lesser. For T3 it would be 7k divided by 3k, and for T4 it would be 12k divided by 18k, 12k divided by 8k actually. So which one is the highest one? This one is the highest one, because this will be nearly 3 by 2, 1.5. This will be 2.33. This will be 8 1 8, 1.5. So which is the highest one? This is the highest one. So T1 is the correct answer. Let's move on to the next one. Which one is the which one of the given option is possible value of x? Okay, so 3 into 2 plus 1, this is 3 into 2 plus 1, this is this one, 7 into 2 plus 1, so the next one would be 15 into 2 plus 1, that would make 31. So from 31 to 63 63 we are going, that means 31 into 2 plus 1. Then from 63 to 127, 63 into 2 plus 1. So 31 would be the answer. Yeah, so let's see this question. The arrow denotes the increasing order of intensity. So the meaning of the words is analogous to what? Break. Break means breakage, like something breaking. There is a crack, that is break. And rage means the same. Rage means a larger crack. Rage, that would be larger crack. Now fissure also means a break. This fracture also mean a break, and obliterate also means a break. But fissure means small break. Small break. Break, or what you can say, what can be the synonym of break? Let me think. Yeah, crack. Crack we can say. Small crack. And this also means crack only, right? Crack, fracture. There is a fracture in my knee. So this means a crack only. And this means obliterate means something demolished. Demolished, completely demolished. Something that is completely demolished. So there obliterate will be used. So answer would be D here. Actually, this was very tough to answer in the examination hall. 99% of the students would have skipped this question, because we don't even know the meaning of fissure, fracture. Fracture we know. Obfuscate means unclear, that I googled it. Even I did not know the meaning. So that means unclear, something that is not clear. And so this option will not be there. But here the increasing intensity was asked. So break was the lesser one, that okay. Less break, small break. Break means break only. Rage means somewhat more than the break. And then these fissures cannot come, because fissure means very small break, very minute break. And fracture means kind of crack only. Obliterate means demolishing, completely demolishing. So the answer would be obliterate. This means basically large break, you can say. Large break. Well and good. Let's move on to the next problem. In a locality, the house numbers on one side of the road are consecutive integer, odd integers starting from 301, and on the other side of the house they are even numbers starting from 302. The total number of houses is the same on both of the side. Okay, total number of houses are same on both of the side. The difference of the sum of the house number between the two sides of the road is 27. Then the number of houses on each side of the road is. Here, let's assume if there is only one house on each side of road. So what will be the difference? 1. If there were two houses, the next number would be 303. Here the next number would be 304. So the difference would be addition of these two plus addition of these two. The difference would have been 2. Right? If there were 3 houses, the next number would be 305. Here it would be 306. So if there were 3 houses, the difference would have been 3. 1 plus 1 plus 1, 3. If there were 4, the difference would have been 4. If there were 27, the difference would have been 27 only, right? If there was only one house on each side, total houses are 2, but they are asking on each side of the road, each side of the road. So here 27 and here also 27. So if there were one house, the difference would have been 1. 2 house, the difference would have been 2. 3 house, difference would have been 3. 27 house, difference would have been 27. And this is what we want. Answer would be B. Let's move on to the next one. In the given context, the blanks are numbered as this. From the ancient arena to modern Olympic stadiums, athletics, it is plural, so hold will come. This and this can come, so A and B are cancelled. The potential for a spectacle, the crowd wait. Crowd means plural. Crowd is plural. So for plural, S will not come. So this is the correct one. So D should be the correct answer. This is also wrong because here waits is there. Also we can check 6 cross steps culti whatever it is culminate will come because steps is there. This is plural, so S will not come. And as his body is singular, so S will come. Pivots. Well and good. Answer would be D. Okay, so the similar kind of question was asked in CS paper as well. So there are 4 cross 4 array and they are calling these as cells. They are the cells 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 4. They are the cells. And what they are saying, each number represents, what does each number represent? The number in a cell represents the count of crosses around its immediate neighboring cell. That means here 1 is written. What do they mean by 1? That means there can be only one cross in the neighboring one. What is the neighbor? Left, right, top, bottom. Sorry, left, right, top, bottom, and diagonals as well. So there is only one cross. This is a number, this is a number, but there is one cross. That's why 1 is coming. Let's talk about 2. 2, this 2. Let's talk about 2. 1 cross, 2 cross. Is there any other cross? This is a number, this is a number, this is a number. There are 5 neighbors of this 2. 1, 1, 2, cross, cross. So that's why 2 is coming. Let's talk about others. Let's talk about this 4. 1 cross, 2 cross, 3 cross. One more cross will be there. Somewhere it will be. It can be here, it can be here, or it can be here. Anywhere it can be, but one more cross has to be there. So that's how we need to check. Let's check for one last. This one. 1 cross, one more cross, 2 cross. This is a number, this is a number, this is also a number. So that's why 2 is coming. Now what they are saying in the question, each cell represents, so as per this rule, the maximum number of crosses possible in the empty column is. So maximum number of crosses they are asking, maximum, not minimum. So let's try. They are saying 2. Here we need 2. That means this guy needs 2 crosses. 1 cross is there. This is a number, this is also a number. So this guy needs one more cross. We can put the cross here as well or here as well. Both will be its neighbor. So let's try to put the cross here. So I am putting the cross here. This is where I am putting the cross. So the condition is satisfied, right? Condition is satisfied for the 2. That one cross and one more cross. 2 is satisfied. Now let's talk about 3. 1 cross, 2 cross, and 3 cross. 3 is also satisfied. 3 is also satisfied. So with this 3 is also satisfied. Let's talk about 4. Yeah, one more thing. 1 cross, 2 cross, 3 cross. That means here it has to be a number. It has to be a number, digit. It has to be a digit. Why so? Because if one more cross comes, that means there will be a problem for 3. Because 3 will see 4 crosses. So it has to be a digit. Are you getting this point or not? If I put cross here, what 3 will see? 3 will see 1 cross, 2 cross, 3 cross, and one more cross. So cross cannot come here. Digit has to come. So this is one more. Now let's talk about 4. What 4 will say? 4 will say, I have 1 cross, 2 cross, and 3 cross. This is a number. This is also a number. He needs one more cross now. 4 needs one more cross now. Then only it will be 4. So you can put here as well or here as well. Let's try to put in the upper box only. So here I am putting. Now 4 is also having 4 cross. Now here what should come? Here digit has to come. Why digit has to come? Because if one more cross comes, then what 4 will see? 1 cross, 1 cross, 1 cross, 1 cross, and one more cross. So here digit has to be there. So maximum crosses are 2. But what if they had asked the minimum crosses? Let's try to answer that. What if the first cross we have put here? Because 2 are saying I need 2 crosses. 1 cross, one more cross. That's it. But if 2 needs only 2 crosses, that means this number has to be digit. Then only 2 will have 2 crosses. 1 cross and 1 cross. This has to be digit. Now let's check if 3 is satisfied. 3 is saying 1 cross, 2 cross and 3 cross. Yeah, 3 is already satisfied. That means 3 cannot have a cross here. It has to be a digit. So this has to be a digit. Well and good. Now let's talk about 4. What 4 will say? 4 will say I have 1 cross, 2 cross, 3 cross and 4 cross. I am also already satisfied. I don't need a cross here. I need a digit here. So here also digit has to be there. So if we had put a cross here, then answer would have been only 1. So with only 1 cross, we can make the box to be complete. But they asked the maximum one, so answer would be 2. If they have asked the minimum one, answer would have been 1. Because I have seen a lot of guys have answered 1 only, but that was the minimum case. You had to consider that case as well, that what if x is upwards? If x is upward, then the answer would have been 2. Well and good. Let's move on to next problem. This also I will erase. 3 distinct set of, yeah, this was actually a very good problem and no coaching institute have solved this question till now. Let's try to make a realistic answer, because answer key is not yet released till now. Those guys who are watching this video for later reference for GATE 2025, till that time answer key would have been released. So if there is error in my answer, I will surely modify it in the comment section, but I am pretty sure that it will not be wrong from my side. But let's not be overconfident. I will just try to give you my approach, that how I solve this problem. Answer key is not yet released. Let's wait for the answer, but I will give you my answer. If my answer is wrong, I will certainly tell in the comment section. Let's check this question now. So what they are saying, 3 distinct set of indistinguishable, that means which cannot be distinguished. अलग अलग नहीं किया जा सकता जिनको सेम दिखते हैं, मेरी शक्ल और मेरे जैसा एक और शक्ल. Like you can't tell which one is Himanshu. Both look Himanshu only. So 3 distinct set of indistinguishable twins are to be seated at a circular table that has 8 identical chairs. This is a circular table. This has 8 identical chairs. 1, 2. Okay, let me change the color. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. It has 8 identical chairs. Unique seating arrangement are defined by relative position of the people. Like when we solve the question of circular permutation or circular combination, what do? Let's assume, I forget about this question. I'm asking you a simple question. You are having a circular table. You are having 8 seats. You need to arrange 8 people. How many combinations are possible? You are having a circular table. You are having 8 seats. You need to arrange 8 people. How many combinations are possible? Answer would be 7 factorial, not 8 factorial. 8 factorial will be wrong. This will be the answer. Why so? Because you need to arrange 8 people. So relative position is defined with respect to one guy. So what you will do, out of 8 guy, you will send 1 guy. Let's sit here. Now with respect to you, I will arrange all other guys. I will send 1 guy, okay, sit at 1 position. Now with respect to you, I will arrange all guys. So with respect to this guy, you are having 7 position now. So answer would be 7 factorial. So this is the thing in circular permutation that is different from the linear permutation. I hope you have done the course on permutation and combination. So after that, it will be very easy for you to understand. Just a basic I wanted to give you. Yeah. So now let's come back to our problem. What is something different in our problem is that there are 8 identical chairs and you need to seat means you need to make them sit. Basically you need to arrange 6 people. They are saying that 3 distinct set of indistinguishable twins, that means there are 6 people. If they are saying 3 sets, that means there are 6 people. 6 people are there. Unique seating arrangement are defined by relative position of the people. How many unique seating arrangement are possible such that each person is sitting next to their twin? So twin will sit together. Twin will sit together. So let's assume there are 6 people. Those people are A1 and A1. Just a second. Yeah, so the people are A1, B1, C1. Because they are saying they are indistinguished. That means his twin will be the same as well. A1's twin will look like A1 only. So both are same only. So they will be the same. Now you need to arrange them around the circular table. So what you will do? first you will send one pair. Basically they will be pairs only, right? This is one pair, this is the another pair, and this is another pair, because they have to sit together. So first what you will do, you will send one pair that go and sit here. A1 A1 go and sit here. Now with respect to you guys, I am going to arrange. With respect to you guys, I am going to arrange. Let's go and sit here. Now with respect to you guys, I am going to arrange other people. Till now, have you understood this point? Because in circular permutation, what we always do, we always send one of the pair or whatever that is available. So we send at least one guy. Here we can't send one guy because with the one guy, other guy will certainly come. So we are sending those two at two places that sit here. Now I have to arrange B1 B1 and C1 C1. Right? Now what I am doing, I will fix the position of B1 B1 as well. Now I am saying B1 B1 that sit here. Bro B1 B1, please sit here. Now for C1 C1, how many places are left? Tell me. 1, 2, 3. C1 C1 can sit here. C1 7 can sit here. And C1 C1 can sit here as well. So 3 places are available. Let's give them name as well. What name we can give? P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W. So we have fixed PW, we have fixed WP and UV. We have fixed WP and UV. This we have fixed. Now for C1 C1 we have chances. For C1 C1 we have 1 chance, 2 chance and 3 chance. So if B1 B1 is fixed here, for C1 C1 we have 3 chances. Now B1 B1 need not to be fixed. B1 B1 can also move. So how B1 B1 can move? B1 B1 can move somewhat like this. That now B1 B1 will say that we will sit here. If B1 B1 are fixed here, now in how many ways I can arrange C1 C1? I can arrange C1 C1 here. I can arrange C1 C1 here. So there will be only 2 ways. Are you getting this point? Look, A1 are fixed there because with respect to them we are defining the position. Now I have two pairs left, B1 B1 and C1 C1. So what I am thinking, first I will send B1 B1 to sit here. If I have fixed B1 B1 here, now for C1 C1 I have 3 chances, that sit here or sit here. But B1 B1 can also move. So if I am moving B1 B1, now for C1 C1 I am having these 2 chances. Now again I will move B1 B1. What I will do? Again I will move B1 B1. So now I am sending B1 B1 at this place. Now how many chances are there? That C1 C1 can sit here and they can sit here. 2 chances. Now again I will move B1 B1. Here I have set them, here I have set them. So now I am putting B1 B1 here. So how many chances are there? 1 and 2. 2 chances are there. Let's talk about one more position of B1 B1. That would be, if B1 B1 are here, so now we have 1 chance, 2 chance and 3 chance. We have 3 combination for C1 C1 now. So basically what is the answer? 6, 6, 12, 12. So as per me, 12 should be the correct answer. Are you guys having any doubt? What you can have as doubt, I will address that. That first doubt you can have is that why are you fixing this position? Because this is how we solve circular combination problem, circular permutation problem. That with respect to one guy or one pair, we need to define the other position. Now people will say that you are sending A1 A1 at this place, you could have sent them at this place. So if I am sending A1 A1 at this place as well, then the position of the other guys would have been defined with respect to them. What I am saying, if I had said that my A1 A1 will sit here. So now with respect to them, I am having 6 more seats. So in 6 more seats, I need to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So with respect to those 2 guys, A1 A1, I will be having 6 more seats. So with respect to these 2 with respect to this pair, I have 6 more seats, and then in 6 seats I will arrange 2 pairs. In the similar manner, the first I will fix B1 B1, then I will arrange C1 C1. Then I will again fix B1 B1, arrange I will fix arrange I will again I will arrange the combination of C1 C1. Then again I will fix B1 B1, again I will arrange the combination of C1 C1. Again I will fix B1 B1, again I will see the combination of C1 C1. So that's how I will get the answer to be 12 only. Are you getting this point or not? The similar kind of question has been asked in previous year, but at that time what was the case? At that time they said that there are 3 couples and there are 6 seats available. This was the question. There are 3 couples and 6 seats available, and you have to arrange those couple such that husband wife sits together. Do you remember this question? The question was, there are 3 couples and 6 seats around a circular table. 3 couple, 6 seats around a circular table. You have to arrange them such that husband wife sits together. So how did we solve that problem? We saw that first I will send one husband wife. Okay, this is fixed. Now I have 2 pairs and 2 seats and 2 pairs and 4 seat left. So what I could have done? I could have sent H2W2 here and then H3W3 here, or what I would have done? I could have sent H3W3 here and H2W2 here. So basically I would have 2 combination, but I could have rearranged them. That H1W1, W1 H1 can be arranged here. H2W2, H3W3 can be arranged. So into 2, into 2, into 2. In previous year questions, this was the question asked, and answer was 16. Because in that problem, only 6 seats were there. So we fixed one, then we sent 2. So 2 chances are there. In 2, now you can arrange them as well. H1W1, H2W2, H3W3. In this case, we cannot arrange because both are same only. A1, A1 are same only. If you send this A1 here and send this one A1 here, both are same only. So you are not going to multiply with 2 into 2 into 2. This 8 will not come here. Why so? Because they are the same only. A1, A1, B1, B1, C1, C1 are same because they are the twins. But here husband wife could have interchanged their position. So that's why the answer was 16 here. Here the answer would have been 12 only. Are you getting this point or not? So this was a very good question, and I'm pretty sure my answer should be correct. Let's see if some other something comes up and the answer is wrong. So let's check that. But I think my answer 12 should be the correct one. And this is the only possible explanation I see for this question. Let's move on to the next problem now. Okay, this was mathematics problem only. You have to find the relation between P and Q. So this was given. P by Q power is P by Q. P to the power P by Q into P to the power minus 1. So here what I can write, P to the power P by Q, then Q to the power minus 1 P by Q, then P to the power P by Q and P to the power minus 1. P to the power P by Q and P to the power P by Q is cancelled. Minus 1 and minus 1 is cancelled. So Q to the power P by Q is equals to P. Now take the power of Q on both sides. What you will get? Q to the power P is equals to P to the power Q. Well and good. P to the power Q is equals to Q to the power P is equals to P to the power Q. So answer is A. So we are done with this set. Let's solve another set now. So let's solve this question. This was the first question. Steve was advised to keep his head down before heading out to bat. Keep his head down before heading out to bat for while. What does this mean? For while. That means kyonki. Because. Kyonki. This for while means because. Because he had a head for batting. He had a head for batting. That means he has the brain for batting. He has the mind to bat. But he had a because he had a head for batting, but he could only do so with the cool head on his shoulder. So what do they mean? This will be the correct answer actually. So what do they mean is that the Steve was advised to go to bat by keeping his head down. Okay, when he was going to bat on the field, people advised him to go with his head down because they know that he has the mindset he has the brain to bat. He has the brain to bat nicely, but he can only do so with the cool mindset. What do you mean by the cool head on his shoulder? That means head on shoulder. Head तो कंधे पे ही होता है. Head is always on shoulder only, but he could do so only with that cool mindset. This is what they mean. Let's move on to the next problem. A rectangular paper of 20 cross 8 is folded 3 times. 20 cross 8 is folded 3 times. Let's see that each fold is made along the line of symmetry which is perpendicular to its long edge. Line of symmetry which is perpendicular to its long edge. So what is the long edge? This is perpendicular to this is this. So what you will get? You will get 10 and 8, right? 10 and 8. Then again, which is longer one? This is the longer one. So this will be the line of symmetry. So what you will get? This is folded once, then this is folded twice. What you will get? 5 and 8. This is 5 and 8. Now what will be the perpendicular one? This will be the perpendicular one. Now this will be perpendicular one. So what you will get? 5 and 4. Because this is the longer edge. 8 is the longer edge now. 5 and 4. What they are asking? The perimeter of the final folded sheet. That would be 5 plus 4, 9 into 2, 18. B is the correct answer. Let's move on to the next one. So a pie chart represents the percentage contribution of different micronutrients to a typical 2000 kilocalorie diet of a person. Micronutrients are there. Micronutrients are there. This pie chart represents the percentage of contribution of different micronutrients to a typical 2000 kilocalorie diet of a person. This graph is given. The typical energy density kilocalorie per gram of these micronutrients is given in the table. That means let's check for carbohydrate. So for carbohydrate, what they are saying, the energy density is 4 kilocalorie per gram. That means if you consume 1 gram, that means you will gain 4 kilocalorie. So to gain 1 kilocalorie, you need to consume 1 by 4 gram. This is what they mean. Are you able to understand? Right? So now the total is 2000 kilocalorie. Total is 2000 kilocalorie. Now what they are asking, the total fat of all 3 types. Fat is unsaturated, saturated and trans fat. In grams, this person consumes is. So in gram, how many fat is there? How much fat is there? In grams. So you need to find first you need to find the calories. This total calorie is 2000 kilocalorie. And in what will be the contribution of fat? Contribution of fat will be 20% plus 20% and 5%. So contribution of fat is 45%. So 45% of 2000 kilocalorie. So 2000 kilocalorie, 45% of that. That would be 45% of that. That means that would be 900 kilocalorie. 900 kilocalorie. Are you getting this point? So total fat is 900 kilocalorie. But they have asked in grams, not in kilocalorie. So this is the total fat, but you need to find in grams. So here you can see for all the fats, 9 kilocalorie per gram. 9 kilocalorie per gram. That means if you consume 1 gram, you will have 9 kilocalorie. That means if you consume 1 kilocalorie, you will have 1 by 9 gram. You are consuming 900 kilocalorie. You are consuming 900 kilocalorie. That means you will have 900 kilocalorie by 9. You will have 100 gram. Are you getting this point? 1 kilocalorie will give you 1 by 9 gram. You are consuming 900 kilocalories. That will give you 100 grams. That's it. So answer would be D only. 100. Let's move on to the next problem. You have to find the median of the sample. Median. So let's try writing it in increasing order. 9, 11, 11, 13, 14, 15. Okay, 10 I have missed. 9, 10, 9, 10, 11, 11, 13, 14, 15, 17, 18. Well and good. Then 69. 3, 6, 9 and 10. 3, 6, 9 and 10. So total 10 numbers are there which are even. That means which will be the median? Median will be 10 by 2 fifth place plus 10 by 2 plus 1. That means sixth place by 2. Fifth place plus sixth place by 2. 13 plus 14 by 2. 13 plus 14 by 2. 13.5. Answer would be D. Let's move on to the next problem. If this denotes the increasing order of intensity, then the meaning of the words would be diet, fast, starve. Starving means bhuka marna. Feast means dawat, too much of food. But they are dieting, fasting, starving means bhuka marna. Like the poor is starving of food. Still there are no jobs available. Yeah. So starve means bhuka marna. Let's move on to the next one. For line of symmetry, how many boxes you need? How many squares you need? So one square you will need, here you will need three square, 1, 2 and 3, 3 square. This will be the line of symmetry now. For this symmetry you need one square, for this symmetry you need one more square, and for this symmetry you will need one more square. So total 6 square needed. That's it. These kind of question has been asked like 4 to 5 times, right? Line of symmetry. 1 square, 2 square and 3 square. 3 here, 3 plus 3, 6. Let's move on to next problem. You have to find the value of p to the power 4 plus q to the power 4 by p square q square. So what you can see here, this is log p square plus q square. This will be log p into q, plus log 3 to the power 2. That would be log 9. So from here if you compare, that would be log p square plus q square. That would be equals to 9pq. Are you getting this point? Why 9pq? Because here this is log m plus log m. Basic rules are there. Log m plus log n. That would be log mn. So this is what is happening. 9pq. Log p square plus q square, that is equals to log pq plus log 9. So p square plus q square is equals to 9pq. Now you need the power 4, so you have to square on both of the side. So if squaring on the both of the side, p square, p to the power 4 plus q to the power 4 plus 2 p square plus q square, it will be 81 p square q square. So simply p to the power 4 plus q to the power 4 divided by p square q square would be 79, because this 2 will go here, that would make 79. 79 p square q square, and p square q square will come in the bottom, so it will be 79. So answer is E. Very easy question, very straightforward. Let's move on to the next problem. A rectangular paper sheet of dimension 54 cross 4 is taken. The two longer edges of the sheet are joined together to create a cylindrical tube. Long edges are joined to create a cylindrical tube. So you are making a cylinder with long edges joining. So what do you think what will be happening? This will be our cylinder. So long edges are joined. You can assume it like, let's assume you are having a paper and long edges are joined. That means the shorter side that has become a circle. Or shall I show it with the paper? Got to show it with the paper. So this is the rectangular paper, right? This is a rectangular paper. Now you have to join the longer sides. This longer side I am joining. White paper also we can't see actually. Longer side I have joined. So the shorter side has become a circle. This has become a circle, the shorter side. So 2 pi r is equals to 4. 2 pi r is equals to 4. So the r is 2 by pi. So this radius will be 2 by pi. Tell me what will be the height? What will be the height? height will be 54 centimeter only. This height will be 54 centimeter only. Why so? Because the longer side is 54 and this is folded like this. So the height will be 54 only. Height will be 54. Now a cube whose surface area is equal to the area of the sheet is also taken. Okay. So what is the area of the sheet? Area of the sheet is 54 into 4. What is the surface area of a cube? Surface area of a cube 6 into a square. Because there are 6 faces, one face is of area a square. So 6 into a square. So from here you get the value of a square, that would be 54 into 4 by 6. Open. A value we are getting 6. So the cube you are taking that has a side equals to 6. Now they are asking the ratio of the volumes. So what will be the volume of this? Volume of cylinder, that would be pi r square h. Pi, what is the value of r square? That would be 4 by pi square into h will be 54. So the answer would be 54 into 4 by pi. So that will be the volume of what? Cylinder. Now let's talk about volume of cylinder. Cy I should write. Now let's talk about the volume of cube. What will be the volume of cube? Volume of cube will be a cube. That would be 6 into 6 into 6. Now you need to find the ratio of cylinder. Ratio of the volume of cylindrical tube to the volume of cube. Cylinder to cube. So ratio of cylinder is 54 into 4 by pi into 6 into 6 into 6. 6, 9, 9 4 is 36 and 36. All will be cancelled. Your answer would be 1 by pi. Well and good. Answer would be D. Let me check the calculation once again because there was a lot of calculation. 2 pi r is equals to pi, r is equals to 2 by pi. Okay, a square 54 into 4, surface area is same. So 6 open 36, a 6. Okay, cube will be 6 into 6 into 6. Here the cube will be pi r square h. So 4 by pi square 54. Okay, 54 into 4 by pi, 54 into 4 by pi, 6 into 6 into 6. So it would be 6 open 36, 1 by pi. 1 by pi is the correct answer. Let's move on to the next problem. Two distinct non-zero real variable x and y are such that x plus y is proportional to x minus y. X plus y is proportional to x minus y. You need to find the value of x by y. So x plus y is equals to k into x minus y, right? So x minus kx is equals to minus ky minus y, x into 1 minus k minus y will into k plus 1. So x by y would be k plus 1 upon k minus 1. K was a constant. So even x by y is also a constant. This value is a constant. X by y is also a constant. Let's move on to the last problem. The number of coins of rupees 1, 5 and 10 denominations that a person has are in the ratio 5:3:13. Of the total amount, the percentage of money in rupees 5 coin is. So what they are saying that rupees 1 coin he is having 5. Rupees 5 coins he is having 3 coins. They are the number of coins. And rupees 10 coins they are having 30. Rupees 10 coins they are having 13 coins. So what is the total amount of money he is having? 5 plus 15 plus 130. This is the money. 13 into 10 130. 5 into 3 15. 5 into 1 5. This is the total amount of money. That is 150 rupees he is having. He is having 150 rupees. Of the total amount, the percentage of money in 5 rupees coin is. So percentage of money in 1 rupee coin is 5 rupees. Percentage of money in not percentage, the total amount of money I am saying. The total amount of money in 1 rupee coin is 5 rupees. In 5 rupee coin is 15 rupees. And in 10 rupee coin is 130 rupees. They are asking about the part of rupees 5. That would be 15 by, or I can take another pen. That would be 15 by 150 into 100. That would come 10%. They are asking about the amount of the total amount, the percentage of money. They are not asking about the number of coins. They are talking about the money. So money 5 rupee coins are making, that is 15 rupees. 1 rupee coins are making 5 rupees. 10 rupees coin are making 130 rupees. So total amount of money is 150 rupees. So how much money 5 rupee coins are making? 15 rupees. So 15 by 150 into 100, 10%. So answer would be D. Well and good. So D would be the correct answer. So we have solved this set as well. Okay, let's move on to the next set. So let's solve this question. So here 4 chalk sheets are given and there is a duct tape around it. You need to find the area of that duct tape, right? So in the duct tape you see there are two different kind of structure. Curved one and then the linear. Then here again curved, linear, curved, linear, curved, linear, like that. And it is being repeated 4 times. So what I will do, I will just find the area of this much from here to here. So if I find the area from here to here, I will just multiply it with 4 and I will get my final answer. So what I will do, this I will do. So first I find the area of this, then I will add the area of this and then I will multiply by 4, right? So tell me, what will be this length? This length will be 2 pi r by 4. Why 2 pi r by 4? Let's assume there is a circle. So there will be 4 parts of that, right? So this much will be 2 pi r by 4. So this will be 2 pi r by 4 and this will be the length L. So the area would be 2 pi r by 4 into L plus this area. So here what will be this length? This much. That will be r plus r. So that will be 2r. So that area would be 2r into L. 2r into L. Oh, sorry. 2r into L. And then you just need to multiply it with 4. Are you getting my point? 2 pi r by 4 into L plus 2r into L and then multiply it with 4. So that would give us the final answer. So our final answer would be 2 pi rl plus that would be 8 rl. So r into L is 5. So 10 pi plus 40. So answer would be 10 4 plus pi. That would be the area in centimeter square. Well and good. Let's move on to the next problem. Here PQRST have launched a new startup. 2 of them are siblings. We don't know who are the siblings. The office of the startup have 3 rooms and they all agree with the point that siblings should not be sharing the same room. And here they have given two kind of ways to share the rooms. So in the first one, like 3 rooms are there. So PRTSQ is there and PQRT and S are there. So 2 kind of allocations are there. Now everyone is agreeing to all the allocation of both of the allocation. So now which of the following given option are siblings? Also they have given one point that S and Q are single children. That means they are not siblings. Siblings means bhai bhai or bhai bhai, sagye bhai bhai. Okay, this is what sibling means. So yeah, so S and Q are single children. That means S and Q cannot be sibling of anyone. So S and Q cannot be in the final answer because they cannot be the siblings. So now the option left is A and C. So we have to check about P, T and R. Now R is living with T, R is living with P as well. That means R is neither the sibling of P. Look, R is neither the sibling of P and R is neither the sibling of T. So R is not a sibling of P and T and certainly it can't be sibling of S and Q as well. Why so? Because S and Q are single children only. So R is not the sibling of P, Q, S, T. That means R is also single children. That means P and T has to be the siblings. Got my point? So this was very simple aptitude question. So answer would be A. Let's move on to the next one. The greatest prime factor of this is. So greatest prime factor. No formula, nothing like that. Only your aptitude will be used here. So 3 to the power 196. We can take common. So 3 to the power 3 minus 1. That would be 3 to the power 196, 26, right? So now these are 3 into 3 into 3 like that. So they are not prime factor. Are you understanding this point? I mean, like 3 can be the prime factor, but it will not be the greatest one. There can be something else as well. And apart from 3, there will be no prime factor. Like one of the factor will be 9. That's for sure, but it will not be prime. One of the factor will be 27, but it won't be prime. We have to find the prime factor. So 13, 26 will be divided into 13 into 2. 3 is prime and 13 is prime. So only two prime factors are there, that is 3 and 13. And in 3 and 30, who is the greatest one? 13. That's it. Well and good. Let's move on to the next problem. You have to find the value of x. So here 1 by log 2x, 1 by log 3x, 1 by log 4x. Just take them upward. So it would be log x2 plus log x3 plus log x4 equals to 1. So log x 3 into 2 into 4, 24 equals to 1. So x value is 24. Very easy question. Let's move on to the next one. So two identical sheets A and B of dimension 24 into 16. 24 into 16 are there. So 24 into 16. Twenty-four into 16. Two identical sheets are there, exactly the same. Now they are proposing two operations. F01, the axis of folding remains parallel to the initial long edge. And F02, the axis of the folding remains parallel to the initial short edge. So if sheet A is folded twice using F01, what was F01? F01 was the axis of folding remains parallel to the initial long edge. What is the initial long edge? This is the initial long edge. This one. So that was the initial long edge. Remains parallel to that initial long edge. And the operation is done twice. Right? Twice. Okay. So after one operation, what will happen? It will be 24, 12. Right? 24 will remain there as it is, and it will be 8, sorry, 24, 8. Then again one more operation, what will happen now? 24 will remain there as it is, but it will be 4. Initial long edge they are saying, right? This is the most important point, that is initial. So what is the initial short edge in this one? Because in sheet B is folded twice using FO2 operation. Okay, so in FO2 the axis of folding remains parallel to the initial short edge. So what is the initial short edge? Initial short edge is this. So like this you have to fold. So if you go, so that will be 12, 16, right? 12, 16, 12, this will be 16. But tell me one thing, now with what axis you will rotate? You will rotate with the same axis, this axis only, because they have given that it should be folded with respect to the initial short edge, right? So what is the initial short edge? Initial short edge was this one. So only with respect to this axis only you have to rotate, right? So it would become 6 and 16, right? Six and 16. Now what they are asking? They are asking the ratio of the parameters of the final shape. So what will be the parameter of this? 24 plus 4 into 2, 56. And what will be the parameter of this? 22 into 2, right? 16 plus 6, 22 into 2, that would be 44. 56 ratio 44. Answer would be 56 ratio 44. So that would be 14 ratio 11. So answer would be A. So let's solve this question. So as per the given data, you need to tell which one of the option is incorrect. So let's check option A. So in option A, the ratio of the percentage of population falling into underweight category to the percentage of population falling into normal category has decreased in 20 years. So you just need to find the ratio. First thing I got to know that I need to find the ratio, and that too in span of 20 years, 2003 to 2023. Ratio of what? Falling population falling into underweight category. So people falling into underweight category in 2003, that was 10, to that of people falling into normal category in 2003, that was 50. The ratio would be 1 ratio 5. Now what about 2023? In 2023, the ratio would be 5 ratio 30. So that ratio would be 1 by 6. So the ratio has gone from 1 by 5 to 1 by 6. So yeah, it has decreased. So the option is correct. Option A is correct. That is not wrong. So option A is correct. Now let's check for option B. The ratio of the percentage of population falling into obese category. Ratio again I need to find. Then again 2003 to 2023. Ratio only I need to find. Obese category to that of normal. Obese 2003, that was 15, to that of normal by 50. And in 2023, obese to normal 25 to 30. 25 to 30. So this ratio has increased, but they are saying it is decreased. Yeah, so that is incorrect, right? So my answer would be option B. Well and good. Let's move on to the next problem. In this question, 5 years ago, the ratio of Aman's age to his father's age was 1 ratio 4. 5 years from now, the ratio will be 2 ratio 5. So what was father's age when Aman was born? Okay, so let's assume father's age to be y and Aman's age to be x. So what they have given? 5 years ago, the ratio of Aman's age to his father's age was 1 ratio 4. X minus 5 by y minus 5 was 1 ratio 4. So here you can check 4x minus 20 would be y minus 5. 4x minus y should be 15. This is equation 1. And 5 years from now, it will be 2 by 5. So it will be 5x plus 25 will be 2y plus 10. So 5x minus 2y is equals to minus 15. So we are having two equations. We need to find the value of x and y. So 4x minus 5 is equals to 15 and 5x minus 2y is equals to minus 15. So if I add up both of the equation, what I will get? 9x is equals to 3y, right? These two I have added up. So basically y is equals to 3x. So if I put it here in this equation, so x value I am getting is 15. If x is 15, that means y will be 45, right? So this is father's age is 45 and Aman's age is 15. So when Aman was born, that means 15 years ago, his father was 30, right? 45 minus 15, 30. 15 years ago, his father was 30. Let's see this question now. So example of mirror and water reflection is given. An object appears as the following image after first reflecting in a mirror and then reflecting on water. The original object is. So the object after the reflection is given. You need to find what was the original image, right? So what was the original object that you need to find? So by options you need to check. You need to take reflection of that, and then you need to see which option is matching. So actually I already know which option is matching, so that's why I am taking only this option. So here I will be taking reflection. Like this I will be taking reflection, right? So first the mirror one. So this mirror would be like this, and this option I am taking, right? And this mirror would be something like this, right? This mirror would be something like this. The method I have already told you in one of my previous videos, like that you just need to make the join the points. This point is here, that means this point will be here. This point is here, this point will be here. This point here, this point will be here. This point here, this point will be here. This point is here, this point will be here, like that. And what will be the reflection of this? That would be something like this, right? This 7 here, so 7 like that, and then 1 line. Now reflection here, it would be like this, and then like this, and then simply the reflection of this, that would be 524 only. So only if you are taking reflection of this much of this first option only, you will get 524. So answer is A, right? Let's move on to the next problem. You have to find the correct sequence. So what should be the correct sequence? First, Shifu once proclaimed that all life is illusion. This is the first one. One day, when a bull gave him chase, Shifu began running for his life. So one of the Shifu's students exclaimed, "Why do you run since the bull is an illusion?" Then Shifu said, "Surely my running away from the bull is also an illusion." Right? So RSPQ. RSPQ. Well and good. Let's move on to the next one. Let's see this question. Actually, you will see a lot of cuts in the video because my health is not that well. So that's why there are a bit of cuts in the video. I hope you are not getting irritated because of that. Yeah, even my voice is low today. So just because of that. Yeah. So this arrow denotes the increasing order of intensity. Then the meaning of the words will be charm, enamor, bewitch. So this is the increasing order of intensity. Even if you don't know the meaning of this, no need to worry. This is just an increasing order of intensity. Here you need to see. Even if we don't know the meaning of weary, we don't need to worry. We just need to know the meaning of bored, right? Bored. So what will be the increasing intensity of bored? So similarly, what they are asking, they are just asking the synonym, nearly the synonym only. So bored, dead, nah. Worsted, nothing like that. And baffled and jaded, two words are there. I don't know the meaning of jaded, but I have heard the word baffled. Like baffled is like if it is baffling to understand this question. It is baffling to understand the baseball. Baseball is something term related to cricket. Those who watch cricket, they know it. So baffling means which cannot be understood very easily, which is very complex. That is baffling. So that is baffled. So baffled will also not be an option. So correct option would be jaded. Jaded means bored only, which I googled, but I did not know the answer. But in the exam, I could have gone for jaded. Why so? Because dead and worsted can be cut. Baffled, I have heard the word in cricket only. So sometimes I have heard the word. So the correct answer would be jaded. Okay, so we are done with the first set of the solution. Let's move on to the next set.